Do not worry. Do not worry.
Boom, welcome everybody. Ooh, oh shit. Disaster, folks. There we go. Another one. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to an extra chill podcast episode. It's not a podcast episode, it's a solo stream. It's super chill. This is very last minute. I'm going to be reacting to Ethan Klein threatening Noah Samsen with litigation. I know it's like the third time he does that, but we're going to be doing that. I'm doing this completely alone. I'm going to be checking the live chat by myself. What you guys heard was me having one of my episode open on the side so I can check the live chat on the laptop, as well as my phone. Sorry for the cluster. Let me know if you guys have any issues with audio. I have the headphones in so that to avoid the whole echo situation. Before we get going, just let me take a second. Sorry, I got so many things blocking my screen over here. And by the way, I promise I'm going to be setting up my switcher very soon so that I can do that seamlessly. If you guys want to support us on Patreon, please take a second to consider supporting us on Patreon. Let me take a second to thank some of our lovely patrons. We got a brand new blonde patron, Slim. Slim, thank you for supporting us. We appreciate you. Also, Dopamaxed and AK, MN Dynamic, some of our other blonde patrons. We love you guys so much. Got your patrons like Rifat Fakih, Elia and Mujabir, Jack Sleeman, Dominic Selzer, Daniel Nechli, and Emma Watson. We love you all, superhero patrons like Melting Around, Ghassan Hamoud. We cannot do this show without you guys, so consider supporting us on Patreon or on YouTube through memberships, super chats, whatever you guys want. You guys keep the lights on. We love you. AB called me out on Twitter before we get into the Ethan Klein stuff. We're gonna address the AB stuff tomorrow on tomorrow's episode. I'm gonna have the crew here. We're gonna do a proper episode for you guys. But I figured, just for now, let's quickly, and I'm gonna check in on the live chat very soon. I'll be in just a second, guys. I promise. We got Skeptic here. Nour is in the chat. Karine is in the chat. Beth, hello, Beth. I'm a dinosaur. Ethan thinking this will go anywhere is beyond delusional. We're about to watch it together, folks. Let's just react to AB. I got to make sure that my DMs are closed because I make that mistake quite often, folks. I think I lost it here. Let me just open that back up real quick. Hopefully you guys are having a good night. Ooh, let me remove that Patreon thing. There we go. Yep, AB coming for the Do Not Worry podcast. He called me Millhouse. Where's the goddamn video? I had this set up. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but I accidentally refreshed. There it is. I'm gonna
Notifications on my Twitter. I don't give a fuck.
You guys heard that, didn't you? Didn't you? Let's cut to the solo react. Ooh, there we go. Okay, what did AB have to say?
I did not lose any sleep. I don't got notifications on my Twitter. I don't give a fuck. But him trying so hard to cosplay is whatever the fuck he's trying to do, it didn't go so smooth for him. And also, you know, fuck it. Millhouse, I don't know if
The way he says "fuck it," like he's about to do something dangerous. AB just that, like, I'm not gonna hurt you, man. Okay, it doesn't have to like "fuck it." I'm gonna like go for this guy. I'm harmless. All right, we have 25,000 subscribers on YouTube. Ethan constantly makes fun of my views, so I have no influence over you. You have nothing to be worried about. AB, speak your mind freely, my guy. Okay.
you'll see this clip. I want to say shame on you for me telling a white dude that he has no right to speak for me as an Arab. And then you look at the camera and you say, well, as a Lebanese person, I'm saying that you're a disappointment. You could say whatever you want. No Arab. You can say whatever you want to me, say however you want it, but to do it in a way in which you side with a white person, Habibi, you're getting too high off the snark cloud, okay? I'm telling you that as someone, I did not lose.
Now, apparently, this is the clip that I got to see on Twitter. So what are the comments saying? Rachel, AB is white too. AB sleep with one eye open. So no, come on. Karine is kidding. Karine, I can't have to. Karine, you're the moderator. I can't have you saying stuff that needs to be moderated. So Karine's kidding, folks, obviously. And there's a lot of them. Oh my God, he has the California Arab accent. AB's a white boy. Listen, guys. I'm gonna be nice. Again, we're gonna talk about this tomorrow. Okay, let's give you guys a nice juicy episode tomorrow. So we watch this tonight. Let's go focus on Ethan Klein. Yeah, I got you guys. We're gonna be talking about this tomorrow. AB, we got a proper response. Look, I sent AB a DM. I'm not gonna tell you guys what it is. I promise him I'm not gonna leak it. And I like, it's gonna be super chill. Okay, I want to try to get AB on the show. Okay, whatever that takes, because I know it's gonna be hard because of everything that we've said with H3 in the past about H3. Burned that bridge. You know what I mean? Nuked it, to use a term Ethan likes a lot. So anyways, let us switch. I'm taking your time, enough of your time, folks. Let us switch to the H3 episode that is happening live right now. I figured, since I'm going to watch this for research, let's watch it together. Here it is, Noah Samsen, retract or lawyer up. Folks, tune in, get your popcorn ready. We're going to watch this together. Solo react, here we go. Let us maximize this here screen. And if you guys see me checking my phone, I'm not looking at my phone because I'm bored. I'm going to be checking the chat, okay? So that's what's going to be happening there. Volume is okay. 1.25x speed. Let's go.
Mulligan.
Okay.
The game is set. Me and Mudahar together teamed up, and we sent a demand for retraction to Noah Samsen Monday night after the show.
Mudahar.
In this letter, which I will read after the break, we highlight the defamatory statements and explain in great detail why they're defamatory. All he has to do to avoid getting sued is apologize.
The sniffing is at a maximum today. By the way, Mudahar is like, I mean, Ethan has gone back and forth with Some Ordinary Gamer. That's his name, right? I mean, he goes back and forth. Mudahar has gone for Ethan a bunch of times in the past, questioned whether he was like raising money for like his own benefit when he was supposed to raise it for charity. I mean, he's called Ethan a bunch of fucking horrible things, and Ethan has called him a bunch of horrible shit, just to show you that Ethan is now lining up ideologically with people like Keemstar, people like Mudahar, people that he normally, like Elon Musk. He agrees with Elon Musk about Hassan Piker. So he's just having to align himself with some pretty nasty fucking people to constantly justify his hatred of Hassan and Palestine and all that sort of thing. So, yeah.
For everything he said and did, admit he was is apologize. All he has to do to avoid getting sued is apologize for everything he said and did, admit he was either lying or ignorant, and erase the video, and also disgrace, like, and just
Ethan would love that, right? Apologize, debase yourself, embarrass yourself, and just apologize or say that you were misinformed. Ethan, Noah Samsen made some pretty compelling arguments as to why it might, to any regular person with a brain, why you might seem like you're defending a genocide. He doesn't say necessarily, I mean, okay, the title might be a little bit exciting. He can change the title of the video. Maybe you don't support the genocide, but maybe you're trying to justify it knowingly or unknowingly.
accept the disgrace that is basically lying about two people being pro-genocide, which is one of the most twisted, fucked up things you can accuse someone of. And so, the ball is now in your court, sir. You have 20 days from the moment you received it to respond. Otherwise, this piece is being moved to the next piece on the board. And
Space.
What?
The piece would be moved to a different space, not to another piece.
The piece would be moving to another space on the board. We'll be advancing the battle plans.
I want to play a game.
Now Noah, you want to play a game? Yo, it's funny. You guys, I said I wasn't playing around when the CPS thing came. I said I'm not playing. Whatever you thought was gonna happen, however you thought this was gonna go, it's no longer going like that.
Yeah, the hair is dyed, by the way, for those asking in the chat. The hair is dyed, the eyebrows are shaved. He looks extra freaky, and again, extra sniffly, extra coffee, extra mucusy, just like, you know, every great podcaster should be, folks, you know, for that great ASMR experience.
What happened should have happened.
And
what should
Noah,
have happened happened.
you are the first of many, several, to be feeling what it means for me to be totally unhinged. Although legally and morally correct as well.
What a great reputation to have on the internet. I'm the crazy motherfucker who sues anyone that disagrees with him. Now come watch my fun podcast. Like, yeah, that's what chill vibes at the H3 podcast. Fun, chill vibes. Talking about lawsuits all the time, doxing people. Good times. And then people donate. Here's $100, Ethan. Thanks for the great show. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? But yeah, it's the Hasbara podcast at this point.
That's the part that's going to be a really hard time for you, bud. So Noah's going to have to prove on paper, legally, to a judge and potentially a jury, why and how we support genocide, which it will not be possible to do because all the innuendo and all the bullshit and all the fucking lying that they do, him, Hassan, fucking George, that dude that lives in a cockroach-infested corner of Argentina, he's a mama's boy that fucking hides in a dark corner of Argentina, thinks he's untouchable. Guess what, George? You're not untouchable either. And when I'm done with these fuckers, I'm putting my full attention on you, bitch. Okay?
He talking about our boy, Bad Empanada, the good Empanada, who's out there in Argentina. Ethan, I mean, come on. I would want to watch Ethan versus Bad Empanada. That would be pretty chill. Are we going to get a mention, folks? I don't think so. I don't think they ever want to mention me again on that show.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all went too far. When I'm done with Noah, when I'm done with the other one, the big one that's dropping probably next week, my full attention is going to you, George. Like the Eye of Sauron. I see you. I see you out there, you fucking cockroach.
Sauron? Ethan Klein literally just called himself Sauron, who is the ultimate evil in the Lord of the Rings. Jesus Christ. Dude, like, it's literally, he said it out loud. He is the villain in the story, folks. And he just made Bad Empanada into, like, Aragorn or Frodo. Bro, you just made him into the... I can already see the memes. Bad Empanada, go wild with the memes and the GIFs, my friend. Okay.
Yeah. And I know your whole thing. You act tough. You're like, oh, I do psyops and I'll mail you shit and I'll fucking, yeah, you're full of shit, bro. You're not going to do shit. And I'll tell you who's going to do shit. Me. I'm coming. Okay. So you're not safe either. Just wait. Keep talking that shit. And, you know, we'll find out. We're going to read the letter together. And Mudahar is going to also call in here at 1. So.
Oh, a collab with Mudahar. Mudahar is calling in, folks. Just what we all want as H3 fans. It's crazy how backwards the show has gone. I mean, I know I'm watching it now. You could call this hate watching. I'm hanging out with you guys in the chat. 257 people watching live, by the way. That's pretty fucking crazy. Karine and Nour in the chat. Shout out to my girls. Hopefully they'll be on tomorrow. Karine and Nour, if you guys want to let us know in the chat if you'll be coming tomorrow on the episode to talk about AB's latest comments attacking me. Yeah.
Look,
apparently AB wished me well in the rest of the clip, so again, no hate. We're going to talk about it soon. Again, I want him to come on the show. I'm willing to do whatever we can. Lizzie Rosa's in the chat. Reactionaries assemble. Let's go. Haley D, our hero, 261. Haley, we love you. Haley, our YouTube members would not exist without you, so you're the best.
As I like to call him. Yeah, I mean, if I was Noah and I read this letter, I would be shitting my pants. This is no joke. This letter is extraordinarily well reasoned. It's extraordinarily well sourced, and it is not hyperbolic at all. In fact, so Noah said in his second video, Ethan's threatening to sue me. Have fun with that, I guess. He said, well, I'm about to have fun with it, and unfortunately, I don't think you're going to be having much fun with it. Okay. Not so fun. Oh, he went private? He went private on Instagram?
Look, if Noah Samsen has like a lawyer fund or something, a defense fund against Ethan Klein, I think we're all going to have to contribute. I'm going to contribute myself if there is a fund. So let's do it.
Why? He can't stand any of this heat? Noah went private on Insta? The guy who went on his YouTube channel and brazenly said that I'm pro-genocide can't handle a few comments on Instagram? What's going on here, Noah? What is going on here, dude?
A few comments, Ethan. Come on, man. Your army of harassers. Like, just the fact that AB, that they posted that clip on Twitter, like, I'm getting harassed all over, like, the H3 snark or whatever. H3 subreddit, not H3 snark. It is a snark page. The official H3 subreddit, bro. They were, like, going after me and shit, like, saying all sorts of fucking crazy shit. You know what I do, Ethan? I don't check it out. I don't look at it. Someone posted screenshots on Twitter. Just don't spend your time on that shit. You won't have to sue half of the United States and Argentina, apparently.
You know. Oh, man. Yeah, he's scared shitless. He is. And, you know, I'll say this. Despite all this sweeping that the entire left community has done for Noah, after we spoke to his ex-lover, not his ex-girlfriend, but his ex-hookup partner, Noah, at least, is the only one who hasn't said anything about it and who hasn't tried to make excuses or sweep. So, I mean, but it's incredible seeing the left show their ass so hard. How everybody's just all of a sudden like, oh, so much. You'll go on the left, Haas Twitter, whatever the fuck, and this is what they're saying. Wow, Ethan, congratulations. You proved that Noah is a dude who has normal sexual relations. I'm like, okay, let's remember you said that. Haas Twitter. Let's just, I mean, y'all,
Okay, first of all, so Noah Samsen made a bunch of great arguments about why it might appear that Ethan Klein supports or defends a genocide, you know what I mean, but given all the IDF propaganda and Hezbollah that he has repeated on his show. And instead of actually refuting his points, Ethan Klein just calls him like a sex pervert and makes us all think that he is an R word. And then, so like, and again, that just shows your ass, Ethan. Instead of refuting someone's arguments and points, you just go for personal attacks. And then, when you do go for like the expose, I mean, yeah, okay, it's pretty bad that he lied to someone about his sexual history, but like, it's not that bad, bro. Like, that's not, you don't use that to defend yourself from potentially defending a genocide, Ethan. So like, that has nothing to do with it. Sure, is Noah Samsen a shitty person to date? Possibly. That is irrelevant to the thing that we're discussing. That is irrelevant to what he accuses you of in his YouTube videos that are very well backed, by the way. So, I mean, yeah, it is pretty bad. I'm not trying to say that lying about your sexual history isn't bad, but like, it wasn't the gotcha that you thought it was. Let me put it that way.
I barely even have to do anything to expose you guys. But now you're on a ride. Now we're on this ride together. Right? Like, we're all gonna ride together now. This is Willy Wonka's boat ride, motherfuckers. Okay? And I'm doing
It's a game, a ride, and a play.
It's everything and more.
Lizzie Rosa in the chat says Ethan has to prove that Noah knows he's lying about Ethan and is lying on purpose and caused Ethan actual damages. Zero chance Ethan can prove that in court. Sorry, he is just doing slap suits. I agree 100% with Lizzie. I just think that what Ethan's trying to do is like to scare people from like lawyer fees and like this is going to take months and months and months of your time, because I mean lawsuits are very time consuming, lawyer fees get expensive, but I mean I'm pretty sure that if Noah can crowdfund for a lawyer, that'll be fine. And I guess if a judge finds that Ethan's lawsuit has no merit, he throws it out, and then does Ethan get to cover his expenses? I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments, because like I'm not an expert on like the U.S. legal system. But yeah, Lizzie Rosa says, I watched the entire Depp versus her trial. I know defamation laws back to front. Fair enough, Lizzie. Listen to what Lizzie has to say, folks.
Just trying to keep up.
I'm gonna have Dan on, like tiptoes, like on his fucking knees, doing the rowing in the back.
Me?
Yeah. Willy Wonka's boat ride. You're in the back on your knees.
I see where you're going for.
Yeah, shoes on your knees.
Got it.
In the role of a lifetime. All right, so this is all very fun stuff here, guys. We're going to thank our sponsor, and then I'm just going to read this whole letter. And you guys can see.
Thanks to our sponsor, Shopify. Now let's get back to these lawsuits right here on the Fun H3 podcast. Let's skip the sponsor segment.
Enjoy just how screwed our dear, wonderful, brave friend who proudly and loudly accuses people of being pro-genocide.
Okay, there you go.
My dog doesn't like lamb.
By the way, everyone, you guys are going to be proud of this. Most of you know this already. We have YouTube Premium. Thank you to our members. Thank you to our patrons. Thank you to everybody. We made it happen. The first month was free. It's amazing. But like, why is YouTube Premium $10? Here's the problem. I'm on, my Google was like registered in the US or whatever. So they think I live in the States. So I get charged like American prices. I have to pay. Google Premium is supposed to be like $3 or $4 in Lebanon, but it's $10 in the States. That's crazy. I was also paying US prices for Netflix. I was paying $17 a month for Netflix when I could have been paying $8 the whole time. Netflix is $7.99 in Lebanon, folks. Yes, with no ads. The same Netflix you guys have. Spotify is $5 in Lebanon. It's like $10 in the States. Now, I know you guys earn, your salaries are like way higher than our salaries here in Lebanon, so it makes sense for you guys to pay more. But anyways, I have no reason to be paying $17 for Netflix. And I got rid of that. I deleted my Netflix, started a new account. It's at $7.99. It's beautiful. Now I signed up to like 3 more streaming services with all that extra cash, baby. Anyways, back to the events at hand. But yeah, we got some YouTube Premium, baby.
Found out.
Really?
Yeah, she like avoids it.
There
for
you
some
go.
reason.
Olivia, that's the second diss.
Oh my
but
god,
for
why
lambs.
doesn't Milk like me? That's crazy. Ethan and Milk? I gotta go.
What the fuck is this, you guys?
POV, you're trapped in Ethan's basement.
What is that from?
Oh, me
From a
and
meme.
me and Ethan Klein, side by side, folks, side by side. You know, the Sith and the Jedi. He's the Sith, obviously. I was highlighting him if you guys missed it. Luke Skywalker. Sorry, yeah, horrible impressions. If you guys want more of the Emperor from Star Wars, let me know. Kill him. Yes. Sorry, that was bad. What was I trying to say? I forgot. Oopsie.
And that was sent to me by Tall Skeleton.
Kind of looks like Outlast or something.
What am I just sitting in a chair? Why is there a chair in this
You're just chilling.
basement?
You're playing video games.
I
on
look
your
pretty
computer.
happy, honestly.
Yeah.
Congratulations, the late great Hannibal Lecter.
So, let's take a look here. Yeah, so today's going to be the Warzone episode. This letter is probably going to interest everybody, but after that, I've got a ton of Warzone stuff that's been building up, and today I'm just unleashing, and then I'm going to take a break. I'm going to do this in waves. So I'm going to do the Warzone today, and then we're going to take a break. We've been good. I think like last week we didn't.
Yeah, we actually had some chill episodes. It's nice.
And this is what we get, a full episode.
Well, I mean, I figured since he's gonna do a Warzone episode, let's watch it together. You know what I mean? Let's milk this whole thing for what it's worth. Again, I can't believe that AB called me Millhouse. AB, you called me Millhouse. The lack of respect, my friend.
Well,
It doesn't matter.
I mean, it's a compromise.
Yeah, no, it's a compromise.
I mean, is it better to put it all in one episode?
We got a button. We got a button already. Yeah, there's always Warzone. That's right. Do it. Ethan is on drugs. Sending love from Germany. Well, what up, Lemmy? How's it going?
It's totally fine.
Even though Lemmy, I must say, I do not like Germany very much. The stuff that Germany has been doing to like Palestinian supporters and stuff, horrible.
Well, I clicked the button.
Well.
So, my attorney, my wonderful attorney, he's the guy I've been working with since the Matt Haas lawsuit that rescued me and saved me from that cursed mess. He's one of the most talented, intelligent, passionate dudes that I've ever known. This man cares about...
Wait, Iskandar Khalaf says Netflix is $3.99 in Lebanon? You're still being ripped off? No way Netflix is $3.99 in Lebanon, bro. How is that possible? It's like $7.99. Maybe the $3.99 is with ads or something? I'll check it. I mean, if I'm fine paying $8, you know, but like, what the fuck?
IP and free speech and all this. He's the best. He's just the best. He's dedicated to it. He understands the space. I wouldn't want to do this with anybody else. And
Just a genuinely sweet guy.
Yeah.
Which
very.
I probably wouldn't say about most lawyers that I've met in my life.
He you can trust him.
Yeah, no, he's I've known him for a few years now, and he seems like a good man.
And he cares. That's the thing.
I trust
like
him.
he genuinely does. And I care about him. I think at this point I consider
I
him
think you can too.
a friend and a family.
Ethan, that lawyer definitely loves you. You waste so much money on these fucking dumbass lawsuits. You probably put this guy's kids through college single-handedly at this point, so of course he loves you. It doesn't matter if you consider him family. He definitely considers you family. He loves your fucking ass, okay? That's for sure.
Remember, to be honest. So Rom wanted to say this before we begin the letter. It's personal to him. He said this: "My family's history and that of countless Mizrahi Jews is not a form of Nakba denial. Our hearts are big enough to recognize both as tragedies. Our minds are sharp enough to realize that the existence of one does not diminish the existence of the other. Our spirits are strong enough to ensure the inheritance of hatred, fear, and violence ends with us. The day will and must come when the descendants of Jacob and Ishmael free themselves from the inheritance of hatred, fear, and violence. It is on that day we shall embrace each other and recognize who we are."
Is that part of the letter? What the fuck is he reading? Sorry, I have to go back. What is this?
Family's history and that of countless Mizrahi Jews is not a form of Rom wanted to say this before we begin the letter. It's personal to him. He said this: "My family's history and that of countless Mizrahi Jews is not a form of Nakba denial. Our hearts are big enough to recognize both as tragedies. Our minds are sharp enough to realize that the existence of one does not diminish the existence of the other. Our spirits are strong enough to ensure the inheritance of hatred, fear, and violence ends with us. The day will and must come when the descendants of Jacob and Ishmael free themselves from the inheritance of hatred, fear, and violence. It is on that day we shall embrace each other and recognize who we are, which is cousins, born from our shared ancestors of Abraham. Until that day, I shall say, From the river to the sea, only peace shall set us free. And that is a word from Ram.
Again, they're trying to like all Palestinians have is like a couple of fucking slogans, bro, and they're even reclaiming that. They're not allowed to have a fucking slogan. I'm so sick of this shit, bro. It's tiring, especially when they're being bombed again, and we're getting bombed again. They bombed a building in Lebanon last night at 4 fucking a.m., bro, in the middle of the fucking night. People were sleeping, no warning. That's what Israel's doing to us, bro.
Also a terrific, incredible writer, which is very important, by the way, if you're a lawyer. And actually, what's really interesting about this is Ram has a great uncle who was like involved in one of these famous, or infamous rather, pogroms. His great uncle was hanged during the ousting, and sorry, hold on. Yeah, this is all public. So here's the letter we sent.
By the way, countless horror stories of Palestinians getting murdered. You have old ex-IDF soldiers, old people that were part of the Nakba laughing about how they were R-wording women, burning houses, burning people alive. Like there's a whole documentary about it. I should maybe watch it on stream if I can. But I mean, yeah, let's not talk about the horrific crimes of the Nakba, of what Israelis and what Jews from around the world did to the Palestinians, how they kicked them out. Okay, you want to talk about your lawyer's uncle? How about my tante Salwa, bro, who was kicked out of her fucking home? Okay, she came to visit Lebanon and couldn't go back to her home. Okay, my auntie Salwa, R.I.P. So let's not get into this shit, Ethan Klein, okay? And I don't even have to go to my auntie Salwa, my fucking country that your country bombs on a daily basis. Not even your country. You're from Los Angeles, bro. So enough of that shit.
We sent it to his public email address, and we also FedExed it to his home address, which I'm sure he must have seen it. Like, I don't know. As a YouTuber, like, I think he must check that email address. And if not, he's going to get a knock at the door with some FedEx, baby.
What a douche. He's so excited. He's so gleeful about this fucking lawsuit. Like, that's what's kind of disturbing about it. Like, he gets joy out of this now. Like, it's insane, bro.
Let me position this so you guys can read it. Let's see.
What the fuck, dude?
What happened? Oh,
No, I just looked at the screen and saw me doing a goofy face.
Like I said,
Maybe
it's,
you could turn
it's
that
random.
off.
No, don't ever turn it off. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what makes it funny. When there's like another.
Earl asking, is there an episode tomorrow? Yes, there should be an episode tomorrow. We're going to have the crew. We're going to be talking about a few topics. So far, there's not much planned, but like mainly the AB stuff. And it might be a pretty chill episode. 440 people watching live right now. That's pretty crazy for such a chill live stream. Anyways, let's get back to Ethan reading the letter that they just sent Noah Samsen.
And inevitably a chestnuts moment. Like, nobody can be blamed for it. It just is going to happen. It's going to be natural. And we can all enjoy it guilt-free. That's the beauty.
Yeah.
You know, it might be, could be any one of us.
Yo, I got my boy Samir Ansari in the chat. What up, Samir? I went to fucking college with this dude. Samir, hope you're doing good, my man. He says, Ozempic Ethan. Samir's the man. Thanks for watching, dude. It's fucking crazy. Went to George Mason University together, folks, many, many years ago. W's in the chat for Samir. Let's go.
Moment never comes.
Oh, it will. Lamb.
Thank you.
Demand for correction pursuant to California Civil Code, Section 48A. Dear Mr. Samsen, we are counsel for Mudahar and Ethan, our collective clients. If you have counsel, please forward this letter to them and have them contact me about this matter. We are writing you pursuant to California Civil Code, Section 48A, demanding you make a retraction correction in compliance with the statute. Your March 11th, 2025 video entitled The YouTubers Who Backed a Genocide, the first defamatory video. The defamatory videos contain numerous defamatory statements against our clients, which are set forth below. Now, this part just explains the legal definition of defamation, which I don't need to read. This one describes what...
Again, we're extra sniffly today, Ethan. Again, the more stressed he is, the more his Tourette seems to, like, pronounce itself. And, I mean, Ethan, just look after yourself, man. That's all we're saying.
Genocide is... It's just kind of setting the stage, the board, if you will. So I think we can start here. So the first thing is we talk about what he said about Mudahar. Whether our clients supported by material or moral assistance or otherwise, genocidal acts by Israel with the intent to destroy in whole or in part the Palestinians is subject to being proven true or false. The surrounding context further emphasizes the first defamatory statement is an actual assertion of fact. Throughout the first defamatory video, your language is factually specific.
The guy who made his career on YouTube just making fun of other people online is now hosting a podcast where he's reading like cease and desist letters that he's sending other creators for criticizing him and the statements that he makes on fucking YouTube. Like, that is where the H3 podcast is at right now, bro. I cannot believe it. Again, this whole show only exists because of H3 and the fun fucking vibes that they had and that I wanted to try to replicate. Just a little bit tiny little percentage of, like, if I can recreate just like 10% of the fun show vibes that they have on that show. And look at where it's at now, bro. Look at where it's at now. Literally reading letters drafted by his lawyer to sue, and this is just like the first of many. He's gonna be suing Redditors. He's gonna be suing other creators. He wants to go after Bad and Panada. Holy shit! I'm sorry, I keep repeating the same thing, but like it bears like repeating. Like, holy fuck, bro.
Earnest and serious in tone. This is emphasized by holding yourself out as having, quote, specialized knowledge or expertise in the Israel-Palestine conflict due to the large volume of material you cite in the first defamatory video, much of which you misrepresent. He said that? Yeah, he said he has specialized knowledge, even though every time it comes up, he just is like, watch Bad Empanada. That's crazy, dude. Critically, you either fail to disclose the factual basis for the first defamatory statement, or you misrepresent the actual basis. For Mudahar, the first defamatory video only shows two very brief clips from Mudah's October 21st video, entitled, "Twitch is a disgustingly evil platform." See, and then it just references for the, it's a footnote. Not only did you fail to disclose the source of these clips, it is evident that you intentionally misrepresented it. In Mudah's video, he explicitly states, quote, "Like I've said before, and I've been clipped a few times, and you know even when I stream, you know videos do get uploaded of my takes on situations that I feel I need to clarify. I am not somebody that is afraid to say that genocide is wrong. I think there's an actual case of, genocide, and there's an actual case of attack that goes towards the Palestinian people." Further, later in that video, and further in relation to the Twitch IP ban of Israel and Palestine, Mudahar states, "Honestly, if you really think about it, this rule actually hurts Gazans more than it ever would hurt Israelis, because Twitch's geo-block, if it targeted that region, if they wanted to allow people to document and live stream the real atrocities."
Lizzie says, "Lol, by citing too much sources, you present yourself as a specialist." I don't even know what the fuck to say about this letter, bro. Like, it's insane. Like, does this actually have a chance in court? Like, maybe they can ask him to change the thumbnail and the title of the video. Like, that's literally all they can do. If he just takes Mudahar off the thumbnail, it's fine. It just changes the title. Like, this is so fun. They tried to sue me for shit like this in Lebanon, bro. Like, you know what I mean? For YouTube shit. And I'm like, dude, you guys even know how, like, reacting to social media content works? You're allowed to criticize stuff that you put out there publicly. What's happening here?
That are occurring to them in that region, the Palestinians could have used that platform to showcase it themselves. Mudah also states, or he says, "Noah, you intentionally omitted portions of Mudah's video that demonstrate he does not support the take of Asmongold on Palestinians. Immediately before the clip you used in the defamation video, Mudah stated, so obviously Asmongold walked back his statement and apologized. He said, 'My bad, and of course nobody deserves to have their life destroyed, even if they do things or have views I find regressive.'"
Sorry, guys.
So in this situation, one could, if they were being charitable, could say that Asmongold was probably referring to the extremists in the Islamic religion and their view on people in the LGBTQ camp. Lastly, Mudah's initial reaction to Asmongold's take on Palestine is easy to find on YouTube. Before Mudah even watches the clip, he states, "This is going to be bad." Immediately after watching the clip, Mudah expresses his shock at Asmongold's take and states, quote, "I don't think anybody should sit here and be like, I guess a whole group of people..."
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's a fucking opinion. In Noah Samsen's opinion, Ethan Klein is defending genocide, and he has a whole 1-hour video explaining why he thinks that. I don't see... Again, I really think Ethan doesn't really have a shot with this, but I do think that he's just trying to scare someone with the expense of hiring a lawyer, going through months and months of back and forths, and appeals and shit like that. Like, I think that's what's going to scare him off more than actually losing the lawsuit. But then again, if Ethan is liable to pay for his costs, is that something that's covered by, if Ethan is unable to prove that this is defamatory, does Noah Samsen get his lawyer fees refunded by Ethan Klein?
Deserve to be genocided. This is a clear and unequivocal condemnation of Asmongold's take. Due to your intentional and material omission and misrepresentation of what Mudahar stated in his video, the first defamatory statement is actionable assertion of fact that was made with the knowledge that it was false. So that's basically, that's Mudahar. I mean, and his is just completely shut, open and shut. Noah cites in the video, Ram said that this statement, from the river to the sea, only peace shall set us free, is attributed to Ahmed Fouad al-Khatib, a Palestinian activist. He wanted to credit the author of that.
Oh, because a Palestinian said it, that means it's fine. Hey, Ethan, guess what? Some Palestinians have stupid fucking opinions too. You know what I mean? Like, not everyone's, and every opinion is valid, obviously. But like, there's some fucking Palestinians who are okay with selling out their own fucking people, bro. So let's call it as it is. There are Lebanese people that were celebrating the fact that Israel was bombing Lebanon to take out Hezbollah. Every country has some bad apples, okay?
Statement. He put Mudahar, a practicing Muslim, in the fucking thumbnail of his video.
Yo, we got a patron. Khalik Dakak just pledged and became a patron. Thank you, Khalik. We love you. Thank you so much. Live on air, folks. We appreciate you.
And said he supports genocide. A statement that has had far-reaching implications for his life as a practicing and active member of his Muslim community. That some white fucking white bread bitch boy wants to fucking play white savior. You know what I mean? And target Mudahar for being pro-genocide is the most pathetic, backwards bullshit ever. I think it's so funny that the leftists are like, we don't want to listen. We
got a funny Meout says Ethan's lawyers hit the jackpot with him. I'm telling you guys, Ethan was saying he considers his lawyer family. Ethan's lawyer considers Ethan family because Ethan literally put all of his kids through college single-handedly. He's got like fucking 10 lawsuits going on at the same fucking time right now. CH with the $5. He says, I used to be a big H3 fan even before Vape Nation. Seeing Ethan crash out like this is honestly sad. I feel like his lawyers are just farming him. They are. Honestly, they are. Like, just like we're farming Ethan Klein drama, his lawyers are more than happy to keep taking these dumbass lawsuits. Every time Ethan calls like, hey, does this actually have a shot? They're like, hell yeah, it does, my man. Hell yeah, you got a case, Ethan. And they start fucking drafting letters, charging Ethan. Like what? How much do lawyers charge? Like $300 or $500 an hour or some shit? If we have any lawyers in the chat, please let us know how much you charge an hour. Would be interested to know how much this is costing Ethan exactly.
listen to we prioritize the voice of minorities, right? Or those who are on the receiving end. But oh, Noah Samsen said that Mudahar is fucking pro-genocide. Everybody clap. Unfortunately for Noah, the video that he cites, Mudahar literally contradicts his claims. So he either didn't watch the entire video, which would constitute willful abandonment of the truth, or he did watch the whole video and knowingly...
Willful abandonment? Look, oh my god, dude. Ethan is now using like legal terms when talking about like someone reacting to a YouTube video. The Vape Nation guy is saying like, this is willful abandonment of information. It's like, bro, he was fucking reacting to a video and made a YouTube video. And now you turned it into a fucking lawsuit. You boring fucking hall monitor. You're a high school fucking middle school hall monitor. But for fucking Israel, bro, and the IDF. That's disgusting, man. Again, what?
It made malicious lies. So either way... And again, I don't think they understand, like, saying that someone's pro-genocide is not something to play with. Like, people know, like, you can't just be like, oh, this guy's a pedo. Like, you can't.
Mika says they're on retainer for $20,000 a month. His lawyers, that's fucking crazy if he spends 20 grand a month on lawyers. Lou Kangol says the lawyers the company I work for hires charges between $300 and $700 per hour. Yeah, that's fucking crazy, man. Lawyers make a good living.
You can't just, like, say that. Because you'd be like, oh, genocide is the worst thing you can be. So these guys think it's just cute and fun. It's just like a, you know, oh yeah, no, they're pro-genocide. Oh, this guy disagrees with me. He's pro-genocide. That's not how this works. And Mudah's case is so open and closed, man. It's just fucking, it's...
Look at the crazy eyes, bro. These are not the eyes of a healthy person. I mean, and without the eyebrows and with the dyed hair, it's even worse. And with a tattoo. Please show us your tattoo again, Ethan. But, like, this does not look like a healthy man, folks. This man is unwell. Ethan Klein is very unwell, folks. And it's been like a year and a half of this, and we are watching him progressively get more and more unwell. It's disturbing, to be honest with you guys. It's kind of freaky. Man looks fucking scary.
It's actually laughable. It's actually laughable. Here's a link to his video in case you're curious.
Hello, guys and gals.
The truth is, in my opinion, that Mudahar takes aim at Hassan in this video for platforming the Houthi terrorist kid. And he makes fun of him for comparing him to Anne Frank and all this types of shit. And once again, what actually makes you pro-genocide is criticizing Hassan. That continues to be the common thread in this whole thing. But we'll see how that does for them. I mean, he enjoyed the stage. Noah, I hope you've enjoyed the attention and the accolades and all the praise. Because the reality is coming, my friend. And even
again, folks, everyone tuning in right now, we are going to be addressing the AB situation. AB calling me out on his Twitch stream. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow on the show. My response to AB and all of that. Again, more drama, folks. More topics for the show. We'll watch the clip again for anyone who missed it because we watched it pretty early on in the stream. We'll do that again in a few minutes.
in California, with the strictest defamation, with the most protection for free speech against...
She did it again, folks. Haley D with 10 gifted memberships. W's in the chat for Haley D. Welcome to our 10 new members. W's for Haley. Haley, you're amazing. We're going to be doing another exclusive Patreon and members live stream possibly next week. I'm traveling, folks, a little bit later in the month. I'm going to the States for a little while. So we're going to try to get in as many shows as possible before I leave because I'm going to be off for a little while. Might try to do some kind of a live stream from the States. W's in the chat for Haley. We love you. Back to the stream.
Defamation lawsuits. Even here, this is defamation, my friend. And I, like you said, look forward to having so much fun with it. Now, moving on to my part.
Like, who enjoys this content, though? Like, okay, I'm covering it and I'm watching this because this is part of the topics that we talk about on our podcast, the lawsuits, and then Ethan Klein's crash out and his Zionism and stuff like that. But, like, what audience members tune in to watch H3 to, like, unwind and relax at this point? Like, seriously, what kind of show is this? What are they doing? All of the real fans have abandoned H3, fans like myself, fans like Ethan's Basement, fallen fans, okay? The real ones, the OGs. Whoever the fuck is left, bro, I do not understand the entertainment value that they get from this. They're literally watching someone who is unwell, threatening people day and night with fucking litigation and defending Zionism. Like, what the fuck has happened to this fucking show, bro? Oh my god.
This gets, let me see here. Here, as for Ethan, you either failed to disclose the factual basis for the first defamatory statement, or when you did disclose the factual basis, you either misrepresent the facts or rely on George Angelos Jonitis. His last name sounds like an STD. You've got Jonitis? Holy shit, bro.
Our boy Dizzle McFizzle has also gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Dizzle McFizzle, spending that government money. Donald Trump is now unofficially supporting this podcast, folks, through Dizzle McFizzle. Thank you, Dizzle McFizzle. We love you. You and Haley D are this podcast saviors.
Are you even allowed to travel with that kind of disease? George Jonitis? What a dumbass loser. A source, George Jonitis, Angelos Jonitis, a source known to be highly biased against Ethan with a history of harassing, doxing, and making false statements about others. Specifically, those statements are following. The second defamatory statement. In Content Nuke, you find just about every type of what we just looked at in terms of manufacturing consent. Ethan spreads atrocity propaganda. He shares the Hamas rape hoax. The same hoax that was used by Western media, the U.S. government, and the Israeli government to justify genocide, is the second statement Noah said.
So these are defamatory statements in the Content Nuke you can find. How's that defamatory? Ethan did talk about all the propaganda. Ethan spreads overt misinformation, just straight up lies about Hezbollah and Ansarullah, the Houthis. The fourth defamatory... Dude, we're literally... The podcast is him reading a fucking letter drafted by lawyers. Like, I'm like, is it just me or is this boring as fuck? This can't keep my attention. This is just like the fucking Content Nuke all over again.
The third one is Ethan spreads overt misinformation. He straight up lies about Hezbollah and the Houthis in order to delegitimize their struggle against the Israeli genocide. He cites baseless claims from Saudi state.
Raf says, I love this comedy podcast. Me too, Raf. I'm so fucking confused as to what I'm watching.
As proof of the claim that they brought back slavery when the documentary wasn't even about the Houthis. It was about the Yemeni government before the Houthi takeover. What I find so interesting about this is like, you're really going to go on record and say like, you're going to defend the Houthis for being like, I guess, anti-slavery? Like the Houthis have slaves. Why are you erring on the side of the slaver? Okay, they might have slaves, but let's err on the...
Okay, wait, do the Houthis have slaves? I think this is something I want to like check on my phone right now while he talks. What the fuck?
Side of the slave owners on this one. To own the libs. Ironically, they are also doing the own the libs thing. It's funny. Everybody's trying to own the libs. The fourth defamatory statement. He spreads long debunked Nakba denial talking points. Talking points that have been used for decades to legitimize Israelis' colonization of Palestine. Ethan cites sources that contradict his own claims directly, such as the UN report he claims proves the Hamas mass rape allegations, which the report itself denies. The sixth defamatory statement. He spends 20 minutes in the video smearing a 19-year-old survivor of a U.S.-backed Saudi genocide in Yemen as a terrorist with zero credible evidence, he claims. So these are the defamatory statements he said about me, and it's just a party, right? It's just so much fun here. We're having so much fun here, aren't we, Noah?
I mean, Ethan, this so once about the slavery in Yemen, I'm on Wikipedia. For someone to be considered a slave, so it has been reported that two main types of slavery currently exist in Yemen. The first is general human trafficking, which can be defined as adults or children lured into a situation that results in their exploitation by way of threats, violence, or deliberate misrepresentation, and then forced to perform certain jobs. The second type is those who are not subject to trafficking, but instead still endure slavery and abuse. Such abuse has been reported to be depriving slaves of a basic right of access to water unless their owner permits it. Okay, I mean, sure. Sounds pretty fucked up. Let's get back to this. I'm missing out on Ethan's brilliant letter reading.
Like you promised. Further, it is clear you knew that Ethan did not support genocide in Gaza because you watched, or claimed to watch, Content Nuke Hassan Piker. In the nuke, Ethan...
I think I missed a couple of super chats. Sorry, by the way, for all the pausing, folks. When we're doing this alone, I got to handle this by myself. Like a real Twitch streamer, Nick sends $5 and says, I was an H3 supporter for 2 years, watched every single episode, genocide apology aside. Their content is so cooked, can't believe I ever watched. Nick, I watched for like fucking 6 or 5 years, bro. There was those peak years where it was honestly fucking amazing content, where the whole crew was there, when Ethan was jolly, chubby, chunky Ethan. The vibes were honestly immaculate, and then just went down the toilet. Luca Hayes sends £5 and says, here's some money for the future legal fund when Ethan inevitably threatens to sue the DNW podcast. Luca, we salute you. W's in the chat for Luca. W's in the chat for Nick. Thank you guys for supporting the channel and the podcast, and for watching live. We have 540 people watching live. Let's get back to it, baby.
Expresses his repeated condemnation of Israelis' treatment of Palestinians. This emphasizes that you knew Ethan did not support genocide in Gaza, but still labeled him being one. Additionally, Ethan condemns the genocide in Gaza on numerous occasions prior to the nuke. And these are all attached with sources of what he's referencing. Your desire to falsely paint Ethan as supporting genocide in Gaza is emphasized by the end of the first defamatory video, where you state, quote, I think many of you can probably also help out with that. Most of you have smartphones and cameras and TikTok. So go ahead, start posting about it, spread the work. Aside from being a morally good thing to do, it's also becoming sustainable, you know? It's algorithmically viable. The Ethan Klein crash out industrial complex is booming. Isn't that fucking interesting?
I mean, the Ethan Klein, it's algorithmically viable. The Ethan Klein crash out industrial complex is booming. I mean, look, not gonna lie, it is kind of booming, Ethan, but it is your fault. You've made yourself a lol cow, bro. You're literally a lol cow. That's kind of, yeah, that's where the world stands. You're kind of like Boogie. You're kind of like Keemstar. You're kind of like Wings, my man. You have become a lol cow. The thing that you once pointed a finger at and laughed at. Now those are your allies, basically.
This statement demonstrates that you intended to not just have third parties spread defamatory statements about Ethan, but profit from these defamatory statements. You proved this point yourself. When your video entitled Manufacturing Consent for Genocide failed to receive many views, the one prior to the second video, particularly in comparison to the first defamatory video, you made the second defamatory video to further profit from your defamatory statements about Ethan. What a fucking psychotic thing to say.
So is it illegal to mention that people make money when they make YouTube videos? Ethan, how I don't understand how that's illegal. How that is, again, none of this makes any sense. This is just Ethan's lawyers fucking laughing at him, milking the shit out of him for that 20 grand a month that he's paying them on retainer. And this is just going to be like a hassle for Nour Samsen. Nour Samsen has to hire a lawyer, deal with the expenses, deal with all the meetings, all of that bullshit. But there's no actual fucking case, bro. There's no actual case.
Everybody go on and lie about Ethan everywhere, and you can make a pretty penny doing it. Nice.
No need to lie, Ethan. You're making it super fucking simple to talk about you. Dizzle McFizzle with another $10. Bro, I can't believe I used to watch this miserable dummy. Jeez, I know, Dizzle. Thank you for the support, Dizzle. You're fucking awesome. FT Jan says, everyone watch the next Bath Hasbara episode. It's going to be a banger. Who's the guest? Dark Cowboy. I don't. Who's Dark Cowboy? I'm gonna check that out right now.
Come on, dude.
Shout out to Bath Hasbara. We love those guys.
The second defamatory statement and the fifth defamatory statement. So now we're going to prove these wrong. The second defamatory statement, you do not disclose the factual basis for how Ethan engaged in every type of manufactured consent, with one exception, your false assertion that Ethan spread the Hamas rape hoax, which you expanded upon with the fifth defamatory statement, i.e. the false assertion that Ethan misrepresented the UN report on sexual violence. The mass rapes on October 7th were not a hoax. In your defamatory video, you cite paragraph 84 and 86 from the UN report. First defamatory video, from the language you displayed in the defamatory video, it makes it clear that there were mass rapes on October 7th. Quote, overall, based on the totality of information gathered from multiple and independent sources at the different locations, there are reasonable grounds to believe that conflict-related sexual violence occurred at several locations across Gaza periphery, including in forms of rape, gang rape, during the 7th of October attacks. Credible circumstantial information, which may be indicative of some forms of sexual violence, including genital mutilation, sexualized torture, or cruel, inhuman, and degrading treatment, was also gathered. This, by the way, in the report...
Sorry, I'm looking at my phone. I'm sending Nour something for the episode tomorrow. He can't help himself but talking about the rapes, babies getting killed, things that have... Like, I mean, again, I'm not doubting that some sexual violence did happen, but it wasn't like a systematic thing. It wasn't a chronic thing happening all around. There wasn't as much, like, it's just fucking crazy. All the focus that, again, this is just to dehumanize Arabs, to make brown people look like fucking barbarians, when there's actual evidence of Israeli soldiers raping Palestinian prisoners, men, women, torturing them. You know what I mean? And they just cite these examples and stories from October 7th that I'm sure there were some instances of sexual violence. There always are instances of sexual violence in every war scenario, all the time. But to just focus on that, you're just deliberately trying to make Arabs look like fucking barbarians that can't keep their hands off of white women. Isn't that right, Ethan? Jesus fuck, bro.
That Noah says that nothing happened, which is a continued talking point that I see by him, Hassan, and co. being like, oh, actually, that UN report completely exonerates Hamas. It's like, you're fucking lying, dude. You're actually lying. And not only that, I mean, not only that, you're siding with terrorists over people who are genitally mutilated, sexually tortured, gang raped, and degraded by cruel treatment.
Shout out to North Star Radio in the chat. We got our boy Comrade Casey. Salutes to Comrade Casey, everybody. One of the greatest Fallen fans in the business to do it. We love you, Comrade. Thanks for being in the chat.
You are throwing them aside to side with terrorists, in this case, Hamas. That's fucking insane. It is. It has to be. Like, I think the collective online left has just completely lost its mind. I think it's just totally fucking rotten from the core. And I mean, this is just proof of it. Not only is Noah out here saying this shit, he's being propped up by everybody on Twitter. From Hassan has watched all of his videos in their entirety. He's dedicated hours of time watching.
Ethan, rape is bad. No one thinks rape is good. Some rapes, some sexual violence happened on October 7th. What more do people need to say to get over the topic? Why the fucking focus, the hyper-focusing on this fucking thing? I could spend all day talking about how Israelis fucking R-word Palestinians, how they rape them in fucking prisons, how they shove fucking batons up their fucking asses, bro. Whatever fucking examples you want, I can give you, okay? Stop focusing on that because it comes off as extremely fucking racist, my man, okay?
Noah's videos. And George Janitis
There were literally protests in Israel when Israeli soldiers got caught for raping prisoners on camera. Okay, they were reprimanded by their seniors. Israeli citizens got so offended that they took to the streets to protest and demand their freedom. The head rapist got on fucking television, got so comfortable with himself that he took off his fucking mask. He took off his fucking mask and revealed his face, and he's now like a fucking public celebrity in Israel. What a depraved fucking society. And I wish I had all of the videos and shit like lined up ready to show you guys, but I don't, because this is all off the cuff. But it's fucking disgusting, okay? So please spare us with the fucking drama, Ethan Klein.
Human STD. Watching all of his videos. God, he really is a human STD. That's so good. George Janitis. I'd love to see George Janitis step foot outside of Argentina and see how fast he gets sued by like 12 people. But that's okay. None of them are as dedicated, as crazy, and as willing to waste money as I am. So Georgie boy thinks he's safe out there.
At least he's calling it. He's crazy. He's willing to waste money. He's literally unhinged at this point. And that is Ethan's life. And that is his only claim to relevance at this point. He's only going to be relevant if people talk about his lawsuits or who he's losing his mind at. Because if they try to do one of their chill, fun H3 episodes, who gives a fuck anymore, bro? You shat on the fucking vibes. You shat on the show. You shat on your crew. You shat on everyone's reputations. And you're left with a husk of a show.
But he's not, he's just never really come up against someone like me. I'll just be honest. I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I have more money than them. I'm more dedicated than them. I've completely fucking thrown every, all these things are like, maybe it's not worth it. That's all gone. Maybe it's not worth it to spend $1 million pursuing some fucking human STD in Argentina. No, that's gone.
$1 million? Bro, you're giving Bad Empanada so much content, bro. Ethan Klein just said he's willing to spend $1 million to take down Bad Empanada in Argentina. Oh my god, bro. Bro, that's fucking crazy. Oop, intern's camera's off. Bad Empanada, you're willing to spend so much money for Bad Empanada, Ethan? That's fucking crazy. He's just fucking trolling you, Ethan. Just don't look at the comments. Don't open Reddit. Don't look at Twitter. Go play with your kids. You got 3 beautiful children. Go play with the kids, Ethan. Go play with the kids. Go swim in you have a swimming pool in your house. You have a pool in your backyard. Go swim in the pool. Go have fun in the pool with your wife, with your kids, with the in-laws. You know what I mean? Why are you doing all of this? Why are you doing all of this? This is insane, bro. This is insane. He was on top of the fucking world, bro. On top of the world.
See, that's gone. When you guys contributed to an atmosphere in which the CPS was called on my house. When you specifically, George, joked about calling the CPS. When you specifically, George, suggested I was lying about the CPS coming to my house. When you, George, specifically propagated this whole thing by saying
it's like
that
Chad saying he's got $1 million to waste on suing Bad Empanada or some fucking random guy on Reddit. But he's only got $6,500 to donate to Palestine. And he reminds us of it every single fucking day.
my kids were crawling around and eating shit, potentially eating shit. You opened it. You opened this. You welcome to my world, baby. You know what I mean? Let's fucking get it, dude. And I've been in a lawsuit with Ryan Kavanaugh now for like over 3 years. And I've spent countless hundreds of thousands. To me, this is just like my free time. I don't know how you handle it. For me, this is just like, you know, this is a Sunday breeze, okay?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna be working with Argentinian lawyers, investigators, police, and we are going to be basically exploring all and every possible legal and civil venue to hold the human STD George Janitis responsible for his slander, his defamation, his disgusting, violent fucking rhetoric. Yeah, the guy who cosplayed as a Hamas terrorist and pretended to kill my wife.
He played it. Oh, dude, he's literally going to work and hire Argentinian fucking lawyers to go after Dude, he has just turned Bad Empanada into more of a folk hero, more of a local internet legend, like the ultimate troll. He is making Ethan Klein waste hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. And will it go anywhere? I have no idea. Again, I think this is just Ethan trying to scare people, trying to use his money. Like, what's next? Are you going to hire Lebanese lawyers to come after me, bro? I don't understand where any of this is headed, Ethan. But this is fucking insane. He has lost them. Look at his eyes, bro. Look at his eyes. These are not the eyes of a healthy person, folks. These are not the eyes of a healthy, sane, mentally healthy person. Okay? Allegedly, I guess, because Ethan might sue me. I do kind of want to get sued, bro. Like, what the fuck? I can get a bunch of, like, I have a bunch of people who, I've been threatened with 5 lawsuits, Ethan, because of this podcast. So, I ain't scared of nothing, actually. Again, just like you've taught, you were my content daddy. It's all more content for the show. If you sue me, that is unlimited content for the rest of the fucking lawsuit, my man.
And again, just I have to emphasize, this guy who was
I don't know if the camera's still on. Let's check the live chat. Anthony, we do not want to get sued. Nour, don't worry. Sorry, guys. We live in Lebanon. 'Tis the Middle East. Oh, there we go. We're back. We're back. Sorry, I couldn't check. I lost my second screen. We're back. Audio's still working. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Got to turn on the light.
so clearly insane is being propped up by Noah, which is less surprising because he's also insane, but more so by Hassan, who's now dedicated a dozen hours probably to watching Bad Empanada videos in its entirety.
Are you gonna
and
sue?
just nodding along, by the way, when he goes,
Is he gonna sue Hassan for watching Bad Empanada videos? He's gonna try to sue Bad Empanada in Argentina. Is he also gonna go for people who watch Bad Empanada? I had Bad Empanada on for an interview on this podcast, Ethan. Am I complicit? Am I gonna go to jail, Ethan? Please do not send me to tahbish. Will they send me to a Lebanese prison if I get caught? Are they gonna throw Bad Empanada in an Argentinian jail? Where do we go? Do I go to tahbish with like Lebanese drug dealers? What happens to me, Ethan? No.
Klein is a he said something like, Klein is a terrorist that kills babies, like without a hint of irony. And Hassan's just like, That's the sound he made. What Hassan does, you guys are going to learn throughout all this, is that these are his attack dogs. He uses them to say the shit that he wouldn't say, to attack the people in ways that is obviously below the belt, that is unacceptable. And instead of having to say it himself, he rewards them by watching their entire videos on his stream in its entirety. And it's basically as good as him saying it in that case, but he doesn't have any of the liability. Yeah. So that's why he throws it. And now in George's case,
Sarah Shea, she says Bad Empanada wants Ethan to sue. Of course, like this is amazing content for Bad Empanada. Part of me wishes I was getting sued right now. Not gonna lie. Can you imagine the thumbnail? Can you imagine the dramatic title? Oh my God! Like, and again, I can get free lawyers. Now I don't know if they're going to be willing to work on this for free for however many months Ethan wants to drag these things out. But I'm pretty sure I can get a bunch of free lawyers offering to help. So like, Ethan, please. But again, like, if Ethan doesn't sue me, that means that I've technically not defamed him. That means everything I've said about him is true. So if he doesn't sue me, he is basically admitting that I'm right and he's wrong. Folks, you're watching the world's most moral pod. Actually, that's Bad Hasbara.
Has proven a useful, a symbiotic relationship, because George is in Argentina, away from most forms of accountability. Right now, Noah is actually being played as a fucking idiot because Noah is doing his dirty work, but he's doing it from Los Angeles. Now, what do you think of that? Noah, you're about to find out that you're a tool, my friend. And I look forward to Hassan paying for your lawyer fees too. I mean, that's the least he could do, right? I mean, he's just sitting on a hoard of wealth like Smog the Dragon. The least he could do is fucking toss a few coins.
Stop making Lord of the Rings references, fucking Sauron. You called yourself fucking Sauron. You fucking evil motherfucking piece of shit. What the fuck? And then he says people say that Zionists are evil. You literally called yourself fucking Sauron, the Lord of Evil. I don't know what the fuck. He's the Lord of the... Who's the Lord of the Rings? Was it Sauron? Yeah, he's the Lord of the Rings, I guess. What the fuck, dude? By the way, fuck the Amazon Lord of the Rings series. There you go. I said it. What the fuck is it called? The Rings of Power? Horrible show. Horrible show. And the Hobbit trilogy sucks too. I said it, folks.
a few coins to my boy living with his parents at age 26. That's a reference to a video he put on. No hate to parent dwellers. George Janitis. The human STD. It's actually incurable. You don't want to catch this one.
North Star Radio says you're crazy, bro. I don't know who he's talking to. If you're talking to me, I don't think for getting sued, I'd be pretty excited with the lawsuit. Nour seems pretty worried about the lawsuit. But we're in Lebanon, dude. I don't think he can do anything. But, like, you know what I mean? It would be kind of fun dealing with a lawsuit here. Get a bunch of Lebanese lawyers, get a whole army of lawyers. How's he going to serve papers? Is he going to get one of AB's family members to, like, serve me papers? AB would do that, wouldn't he? Wouldn't you, AB? You would offer up one of your cousins. Like, my cousin can serve him the papers, actually, Ethan, if you want. Would not surprise me one bit. Is that how I'm going to meet your cousins, AB? By serving me papers?
Could be fatal, too. I know it makes your dick leak pus. George Janitis makes your dick leak yellow pus. That's just a fact. It is. There it is. That's you trying to pee with George Janitis. Ah!
Okay, sorry. Quick tangent to Rings of Power. Jordan M says, first season sucked. Second season was an improvement. Slight improvement. Still not good enough to be worth watching. I mean, I'm still going to watch season 3 just because I got nothing better to do most of the time. But, like, fuck. Nina says, oh my god, I love The Hobbit. I'm sorry. Nina, no. I think the movie would have sucked if Sauron kept sniffing like that. Can you imagine? Cadenza says, Lord of the Rings hasn't been good since Lord of the Rings. It's time to let go. They've got no juice. I agree. They're making a fucking Hobbit movie. Not Hobbit, I mean a fucking Gollum movie. They tried making a Gollum video game. No one fucking loved it. It was like the worst game of all time. So why are they making a Gollum? 2 movies about fucking Gollum? Who cares, bro?
This is George trying to pee with George Janitis. Thank you, Zach. So Muda is here. Let's get him on the line.
Muda, folks, everyone's favorite guest, Mudahar. Hands together for Mudahar, our favorite content creator, favorite H3 fan. I'm kind of getting hungry for like a snack. I might get some cereal.
I want to basically get him to comment on his portion of this, and then I'll continue. I also want to say the defense to this, the messaging that you're going to see, is not to explain why what they said is not defamatory. You will not see Hassan or any of his orbiters or any of the people online, these leftist fucking, propagandists on Twitter who spend all day just, tweeting about me. You will not see them proving these statements to be defamatory. What you will see them saying is that they'll do broad strokes of, oh, Ethan's using the law to silence critics. That's all you're going to see because they know that they can't get into the facts of the story. Otherwise, it'll be obvious that they're wrong. And he's a malicious liar. So get prepared to see.
That's what you're doing. You are using the law to shut people up, bro. Everybody can prove that that you have made the comments that could be interpreted as pro-genocide and pro-Israel and pro-IDF. Maybe not pro-genocide, but pro-IDF. And if you're pro-IDF, it just becomes math at this point. Elimination. You know what I mean? Replace X with IDF. You support possibly genocide, okay? When you say that the IDF aren't fucking genocidal, when Ela sits there and says that they don't commit war crimes or that they don't burn children on the daily or that they put bases underneath hospitals, all of that sort of shit, Ethan, does suggest that you support the IDF. You don't believe that IDF soldiers are terrorists. You're married to an IDF soldier. You watch Israeli media day in and day out. You called Yoav Gallant a really great guy. Let's fucking go, bro. You've said enough to fucking put yourself in this situation. The only thing you got going for you is money. Tons of money, and you're gonna fucking swing your dick around and swing your money around to shut people up with your fucking lawyers and lawyer fees and hassling people. But other than that, you got no fucking juice left, my man. And you look fucking psychotic, bro. You look fucking psychotic. You need fucking help. And the sad thing is that the whole fucking world is watching this crash out happen, bro. And we're growing. We're at 25K subscribers, by the way, folks. We love you all. Thank you.
Everybody's saying Ethan is exploiting the law to silence criticism.
Let's do that.
And anti-free speech and all this stuff.
Really highlight the crazy.
Shit. Listen, buddy. If what I said is defamatory, it should be easy as pie to just
North Star Radio in the chat says, also Noah specifically used the phrase backed a genocide, meaning he may not outright say he supports it, but he perpetuates the justification for the genocide. Exactly. He said numerous things that would seem to make him okay with a genocide. He doesn't outright support it, But by saying a lot of backward, loopholey things, he wink wink supports it indirectly. But yeah, this is, again, he's just gonna swing his money around, try to make people have to spend money, you know, and to try to scare them away.
Bond, just tell us how. You didn't do it in the video. Mudahar, let's bring him in.
Mudahar. One moment.
Look at this sad man, folks.
Mudahar.
Mudahar.
There he is.
Hey.
That's one ordinary gamer right there.
Thanks, man. What's up, brother? How's it
How
going?
are you?
Wild day today. The nukes are out.
So tell me about basically why you decided to do this.
Well, I decided to do it because I want to say since he dropped his videos, the first one with my face in the thumbnail, I have not stopped seeing it in the comment section for every video. So clearly it's just been sort of like a thing that's stuck in the audience. I think ever since I reactivated Twitter, it's been filled with the mentions of like, you're a genocide supporter, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, obviously that's caused impact to my channel. It's obviously, you know, like people, I mean, you see that in the comment sections, it's bad. But then in reality land, right? Like
Jordan M, member and patron, has just gifted 5 Do Not Worry memberships. W's in the chat for Jordan M. Thank you so much. You, Haley D, and Dizzle McFizzle for gifting all these memberships. We love you so much. Thank you guys for watching. 579 people in the live chat watching. That's fucking insane. Watching Ethan sue his critiques, his critics. That's crazy.
Because this is the first time I had to like completely miss out on like eat prayers and all this stuff, just because I don't really get into my community anymore. So, you know, I don't really see my family much anymore, just to keep them away from me while this is kind of raging. I've got my own community that, you know, I pray every Friday. I go all the time. And, you know, over there, I've been kind of confronted with some people who have brought it up, you know, just other people in the, I guess, fellowship, so to speak. And it's just not been a fun time. It's been a nuisance to deal with.
This fucking white bitch-made loser. Okay, he wants to save you from
Ethan, you're a white bitch-made fucking loser too, if that's what you're calling him. Why are you fucking talking about my fucking region, my fucking country? Okay, well, you got nothing to fucking do with Israel. You fucking, okay, you married someone from Israel, that makes you a fucking expert on the fucking region. Shut the fuck up. You got just as much authority. You got as little authority as Noah Samsen to talk, if that's how you're fucking looking at it. But your show's a fucking Hasbara podcast.
yourself, I guess. What is he trying to do? What do you think about this white dude telling you that you are pro-genocide?
Bro, it's so insane because like I've said it like publicly. It's like even with like Hassan or whatever. It's like there are some people that just have the ability to turn their like I guess you could say victim card on and off, right?
Guys, I need to get something to eat. I'm gonna keep this playing for a second, okay? I'm gonna go get some chocolate milk and some cereal. I'll be right back. And I hope post cereal isn't on the BDS list because that's what I'm having.
Like, you know, it's easy to be Muslim when it's convenient, just if you want that victim card on you or like a brown skinned person. But it's like, I live it every day, you know, like I can't turn that off. So when I see guys like Noah come in and tell me what I shouldn't and should not feel, especially when I've grown in that environment, like I've grown up in a Muslim household, various degrees of conservative Muslim household too, like depending on how far, like if you go to my grandparents and stuff. So it's just, when I was in that video talking about like my piece towards the end, that came from like a personal experience, something that I highly doubt Noah's been through. So it's just, it's shocking that when I'm not on their side, when I'm not on the accepted side, I'm just the Uncle Tom. I'm fucking out of it. Like, I don't know what I'm saying. Like, it's just annoying. It's like, fuck this guy. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, it's like, it's always like, listen to the diverse voices. Listen to what they're saying. Oh, this guy disagreeing, he supports genocide. Don't worry about him. Saying like the worst shit.
What did I miss, folks? Okay, first of all, don't judge me. I look like I'm eating like a 5-year-old. I haven't bought cereal in fucking years. I promise you, years. I saw Cocoa Pebbles at the supermarket yesterday. I got a craving. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, I'm gonna get some fucking Cocoa Pebbles, and I don't like regular like white milk. If I drink white milk, sorry folks, it makes me like gag and barf right away. So chocolate is always the way. This is some like Spanish chocolate that they sell at Fadul supermarket. It's fucking awesome. And I don't usually eat my cereal with milk, but I'm kind of thirsty and I want some cold chocolate milk. So cold chocolate milk, baby, and some Cocoa Pebbles. Let's have a good time watching Mudahar and Ethan, the Nightmare Blunt rotation, talking about suing other YouTubers for criticizing them. What fucking universe are we living in right now? It's fucking crazy. Let's go! Haley D loves Cocoa Pebbles. I knew you were a real one. Haley, you have great taste. I'm not shocked.
About you, like, why the fuck do they target you with the worst shit possible?
Dude, I normally, like, I wouldn't even get into the legal trenches of this, right? Because it's like, I'm not at the stage you're at where it's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go. Like I'm in the trenches. Like normally I wouldn't because it's kind of like an apprehensive thing. But when Noah puts me up as like a genocide supporter, right, and like a thumbnail and everything, and I watch his videos, like it's insane because I've had my own lawyers. Like I've sat down and spent billable hours. We watched his videos, and we're just like sitting there like, where the fuck does he get off saying this kind of shit? Like dude, I have a fucking legal bill that I'm looking at. For all, like, it's part of like the fucking accounting. It doesn't make any sense anymore. Like I look at everything that he says and I just think like, how do you get out? And it was my wife that came in and she's like, listen, it's kind of like calling you a predator, like a child predator or something.
Totally.
Right? Like, you know, you could, it's one thing if somebody says something about,
You know what country loves child predators and pedophiles? And is considered a safe haven for pedophiles? Take a guess, everybody in the chat. Take a guess. So I'm going to be silent for a little bit. I got to eat. Okay, daddy's got to eat. It's too late. Please, nobody judge me for what I'm eating. It's not coconut milk. Chalky coconut milk is fab. This is regular cow milk, okay? I'm sorry if it's unethical. If this brand is unethical, I was not aware, folks. But time to have some choco milk and some cocoa pebbles.
me that like, you know, whatever, it's not going to cause me harm at the end of the day. Like it's just internet beef. This is like, you might as well call me the worst thing imaginable.
Yep.
And at some point, like, I'm gonna have to respond to you. And if me, like, because I don't want to do this thing where I make like a video back and forth. Like, I don't want to feed into like nonsense drama if it's not going to do anything. I'd rather it be in a public record. If that's the only way to like defend ourselves at all, you know,
100%.
Which it seems like it is.
Yeah, and previously when
You guys want me to eat into the mic? Earl says no, eat into the mic. I mean, hey, let's go. This is really fucking good, by the way. Oh my god. North Star Radio says Lebanon, and then he's laughing. Are you laughing in my country, North Star Radio? I'm sorry, I might have missed one of his earlier comments. By the way, thank you all for being in the chat. Let's go back to this. I'm sorry.
I've gotten into like spats like this where people are lying about you. You can make a video, you show the receipts, and then everyone's like, oh, okay, he's telling the truth. In this case, these people, Hassan and co, who are part of this cult, they don't care being wrong. That's part of their strategy. They are knowingly malicious. They don't care. It's like, it's just about the target. It's not about the method of criticism. It's just about destroying the target. And they don't care how it's done. We could prove 1,000 times over that they're just totally materially lying, but they won't care. All they'll say now is that we're trying to silence his free speech, which is
Dude, I hated that so much. Like, so I've seen the whole rumbling. It's like, oh, you guys are shutting down free speech. And I think I tweeted about like Andrew Tate having like a defamation case.
I mean, look, maybe Mudahar, it was maybe unfair to lump him into that video, especially if you just use like a minute of reference video, especially if in that same video Mudahar was kind of, and I know what Noah meant by defending or backing a genocide, and I know that Mudahar has said some problematic shit, but I get Mudahar. I understand Mudahar being more upset about it because it's not a topic that he's been yapping about for months. Ethan has been talking about it for a year and a half. He has said a lot of problematic shit, a lot of shit that we have documented on this channel. So he should not be surprised to be included in that video. Mudahar, is it controversial for me to think that maybe it was unfair for him to be lumped in there? Does it need a fucking lawsuit? No. But I kind of get him being more upset than Ethan. I don't get Ethan being upset. I mean, I get him being upset, but like, it's not warranted at all. Mudahar, I mean, he's given almost as much weight as Ethan by being put in that thumbnail. You're kind of basically saying that he's on the same level, when Ethan has been way more harmful, I think, with the hasbara that he's been propagating on his podcast. So I'll give Mudahar that, to be fair, to play devil's advocate.
Where like they literally used his own words, and I'm like, well, that's you shutting down free speech. And I've seen like so many people equate that to this situation right here, us looking into like the legal options. And I'm like, no, this is obviously very different because the letter you just read, right? Like just my section alone and then your section, it's like you literally like mishandled, you like misconstrued every clip that you've shown. We have the context and evidence out there. You could have seen it, you know, you could have relayed it. Dude, I did an investigation on that guy, Completionist, like a year and a half ago with like Carl Jobs, right? And in that investigation, I was so careful on what I could say and what I couldn't say. Like that video had to be like legally verified. I got it checked numerous times. I do it for every investigation. Specifically after our beef, actually. After that, like I fucking renewed into a changed man. I'm like, everything that I say.
Investigations? Chill out, fucking Mudahar. They're fucking YouTube videos, my guy.
It has to have like a fucking bullet behind it. Because the day it goes to court, you know, the day, because I know.
Politics, second serving of Cocoa Pebbles. Hell yeah, second serving. That one wasn't enough. That just to mix with the chocolate milk is extra chocolatey. It's good. And it's kind of late here. What time is it? It's midnight. It's 12:12 here, folks. I'm doing this late night for y'all. Love y'all. You're worth it.
But I can get sued, obviously, within a year of making a video per, like, you know, most defamation statutes. unlike no, it's like you got like I have to come with all the evidence prepared, and when I see these guys making their like actual slop videos, like I know that these guys use slop as like the most negative term, but Noah's video was by far the sloppiest thing that I've seen, and like the fact that it was so deconstructed so well, these people will never listen to it, and the problem is, you're right, it's just another, like, they just want to target. There's so many better targets for them that actually, like,
dude, there's shit happening right now. Hassan just spent like another 2 hours talking about me on his stream. It's like, bro, there's shit happening right now, dude. Like actual shit. Like what, like, dude.
Ethan, shut the fuck up about Hassan talking about you. You literally have changed your whole podcast to just focus exclusively on Hassan. You worked on a content nuke for like, what, fucking 5 months and ignored your kids. Shut the fuck up about that, okay?
There's, yeah.
It's like there are so many targets out in the world that probably deserve like actual criticism. So it's like when you're going after like the actual Palestinian supported voices, it's insane. Like I hate the co-opt use of these guys. Like you're targeting pro-Palestinian voices. I'm like, you can be very pro-Palestinian. I am. You can also not be siding with terrorism. Like to go back to my history, like post 9/11, if you grew up as a Muslim in North America, like you got looks, you know? I believe one of the first hate crimes against after 9/11 was towards like a Sikh individual, right? Not even a Muslim person. It's just because they wore a turban and they looked very similar to, you know, that's what colloquially we believe like the Muslim hijacker to look like. I do have to research that a little bit more, but it's one of the things that struck to me. And it's like when you grow up in an environment like that, to me, I always like I'm a fucking Canadian first, North American, whatever. I believe in supporting my community. I believe in like the freedoms and help of like everyone around. I believe in just everyone getting along. Like it's the most hippie shit that I.
Where is Mudahar from, bro? Is he even like Arab or Palestinian? Just because you're Muslim doesn't mean you automatically have to care for Palestine. Or that doesn't automatically give you like a pro-Palestine cred. Okay? Like where is he from? Is he from India? Is he from Pakistan, Afghanistan? Does anybody know? First of all, like, I don't get why him just being Muslim automatically means he has to support Palestine, or we have to assume that he supports Palestine for being Muslim. Like, I don't get that.
Can come up with and say, and that's really what my beliefs are. And as a Muslim growing up, it's like there's billions of us around the world. Obviously, it's pretty safe to say not all of us support violent terror groups. In fact, we're very much against it. And I guess if any...
He's from India. Canadian East Indian. Lord Murphy, with €5, says, crazy how they're more angry at being called genocide deniers than the actual horrific genocide happening as we speak. Oh, of course. Oh, Lauren, absolutely. That is never, like, that's also the craziest thing, is that Ethan is upset about being called a terrorist. Sorry, he is a terrorist supporter by supporting the IDF, but he is more upset about being called a genocide supporter than about any of the crimes. He hasn't talked about anything that Israel has done in the past 2 weeks. They murdered tons of children, more journalists, cutting off food and water. He doesn't mention any of it. He just mentions a couple of anti-Hamas protests. He's so bad faith.
Thing to be, if anything I can say is like I'm firmly against groups like that. But that doesn't mean I'm against a plight of an entire group of people that are not all terrorists. You know, it's just insane that this is like, this should be such a normal take that everyone has. And in the eyes of the most extreme left, suddenly you're like a genocide supporter for having the most normal take imaginable. Like something that anybody should think. Like, it's insanity. Like, the more...
Bro, just because the U.S. designates someone as a terrorist does not make them a fucking terrorist. You think the U.S. is going to call themselves terrorists? Because they're the world's fucking biggest terrorist. Name me a bigger terrorist than the U.S. military. I'll wait. Come on. You can't do it, so no one gives a fuck, bro. And it's clear that he's trying to fit into being like a Canadian and hide the fact that he's like Muslim or Indian or whatever. So, like, he tries way too hard to assimilate. The States is filled with Lebanese people who, like, as soon as they move to the States, they're hardcore Republicans and they go to church every week because they just want to assimilate. I used to work at a Lebanese restaurant when I was in the States. The owner was like a hardcore Republican. You know what I mean? They want to seem like they fit in. They want to be racist with the rest of the Americans. Like, yes, look at these Mexicans. They're horrible, aren't they? It's like, bro, they think of you as a Mexican. Stop it. Lebanese people love that. My dad has a bunch of family in the States, cousins and shit. They all voted for Trump, bro. They all voted for Trump. It's a fucking sickness that they have. Maybe if I vote like them, they will think I'm one of them. So, you know.
I think about it, the more I'm like actually baffled.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they pushed it so far to the point where there needs to be accountability. Like, there needs to be. They forced us into a corner in which, like, there's pretty much the only way to hold these people accountable. And the unfortunate thing is, people like George Janitis, the human STD, and people like Noah Samsen, they are materially rewarded. They get no pushback from the community. They get plugged. They get massively shouted out and supported by Hassan and his and co. So for them, they just see green lights all the way. Like, oh yeah, the more I lie, the more malicious that I be about this person, the more views, the more Hassan's going to put me on for sure. Just as mean as I can be about Mudahar or Ethan or anyone that.
Stop bringing up Hassan. First of all, Hassan's got nothing to do with it, and no lies. No need for lies, bro. There's no need for lies. Everything that, at least on this podcast, bro, we just react to what you're saying. You're right here, right now. I'm watching you. I'm pausing, and I'm reacting to what you're saying. And all your bullshit is right there for everyone to see. FT Jan with a $10 donation says, Red Crescent members were massacred last week. The IOF buried their ambulance. Talk about that, Ethan. That's true. The UN just reported that 15 health workers, medics, were killed in Gaza. And Israel tried to get rid of them in a mass grave. The UN just reported that. Will Ethan talk about that? Of course not. We're going to try to talk about that tomorrow on the podcast. We have some things. I mean, again, on our little show, we try to use the little audience and the small influence that we have to just keep talking about Palestine and remind you guys what's happening there, what's happening here in Lebanon. Again, Dahi got bombed last night at 4 a.m. They took down a whole fucking building at 4 a.m. No warning. During Eid, bro, people are celebrating Eid. Like, you know what I mean?
Talked bad about him. So they've created this atmosphere, and listen, it's time for some accountability.
No, 100% agree on there, and that's like why, like again, like I said, I normally wouldn't go the litigious route, but like again, the more I read the letter that Rahman wrote, I'm like, it's insane. Like I've never seen defamation this clear and like removed. Like it was so matter of fact, you know, that it's just impossible to not go forward with it. And on the topic of like guys like Hassan or whatever, I think it's a great point to also mention. It's like a lot of it does get really exacerbated when you've got one of the largest political streamers in the world going at you, constantly signal boosting stuff that, you know, you should be checking, right? Like, I'm sorry, when there's something fucked up that comes out, if anybody gets a serious accusation against them, whether it be, you know, again, genocide supporting or, you know, getting involved with minors or whatever, it's like, it is your duty, even if you're just signal boosting, to ensure the validity of the source, right? This is a...
Just going to give you guys, for those of you guys just joining, just a quick reminder that AB has come after us, folks, in the chat, on Twitter. Let me just show that to you guys again. We're going to be covering that tomorrow night on the stream. Not sure if it's going to be like an official episode of the podcast. We're getting kind of confused with what I should do with these, how I should name or number these episodes. So here's AB. Sorry to do that again. In case someone joined us late, I want you guys to get some context. Here we go.
I did not lose any sleep. I don't got notifications on my Twitter. I don't give a fuck. But him trying so hard to cosplay is whatever the fuck he's trying to do. It didn't go so smooth for him. And also, you know, fuck it. Millhouse, I don't know if you'll see this clip. I want to say shame on you for me telling a white dude that he has no...
I love it. Says, fuck it. Fuck it, I'm doing it. I'm going for Anthony. And he called me Millhouse. AB, how could you call me Millhouse? After all the times I've defended you, you use that derogatory name against me, your Arab brother.
Right to speak for me as an Arab, and then you look at the camera and you say, well, as a Lebanese person, I'm saying that you're a disappointment. You could say whatever you want. No, Arab. You can say whatever you want to me, say however you want to, but to do it in a way in which you side with a white person, Habibi, you're getting too high off the snark cloud, okay? I'm telling you.
Again, we're going to react to this tomorrow.
There, as someone, I did not lose.
Because I sided with Mike from PA. I'm siding with the white man versus my Arab brother AB, while AB is siding with the white man Ethan against his whole country and his whole region. So I think he missed the irony on that one. But again, we're going to address this tomorrow. I did reply. I added a tweet. Sorry, the camera's off. I added some context. So I quote tweeted this. Let's check it out. View quotes. Here it is. I'm like, I want to have Starkiller on the show, but I know it would make shit weird with Ethan. If there's any way to make it happen, AB, let's try. Then I said, can someone provide me with the full clip or time codes, please? And then AB says, I wasn't talking about you in the beginning of the clip when I mentioned cosplaying. My point was you have the right to call me out for whatever you like, but I found it ironic that you called me out for going against my people while involving yourself in an argument where you sided with a white guy who started a beef with a Lebanese dude. I ended by saying, regardless of how we feel about each other, I hope you and your family are safe from the bombings. Thank you, AB. I hope your family's safe. His family is actually maybe in more danger than mine. My direct family is in the States, and I don't have anyone like family in Dahye or these areas, but I think AB does. So, like his family might be in more danger than mine in this situation. But we're going to be talking about that tomorrow. I'm going to give my official response to AB tomorrow. Also, clarification from Nour sent me this. North Star Radio said, Anthony, you're eating cereal proudly produced in the great state of Minnesota. Thank you for enjoying the fruits of our great labor. Well, thank you, North Star Radio. Cocoa Pebbles are fucking delicious. I haven't had them in years, but they still taste the same. And that goes to speak to the quality and the consistency of the labor in Minnesota, the great people of Minnesota, because they have not missed a step. These Cocoa Pebbles taste as great as they did when I was a wee little boy enjoying these delicious cornflakes. I don't know why I went for the Irish accent right there. Let's keep going with this Ethan Klein reaction.
Guy that's been on news and people have talked about him as being like one of the greatest parsers and like one of the greatest political figures, and I find it so bullshit. Like the fact that me, who's just an engineer, like the fact that I can parse through all of this stuff better than quote unquote the biggest political streamer is embarrassing. It's shocking to me, and honestly I think like he should have more accountability, but he'll probably look at this.
Sorry for the interruption. Ariana sends $2.79 and says, keep up the great work, Anthony, the good work. Well, thank you, Ariana. I'm going to call it great work. We love you. Here's a heart. Thank you so much for the support. Jordan M with $5. Sound like you struck a nerve. He does sound kind of upset, Jordan. Again, he was talking about me, like reacting to Mike from PA. We're going to address the whole AB thing tomorrow. Again, that's how you milk the cow, folks. That's how you gather as much milk as you can from them udders. Let's keep watching.
Say, oh, it's just slop tuber getting mad at me. It doesn't matter. It's like
he won't address
insanity.
anything we're saying. He'll just say that we're exploiting the legal system because we know he's right. Like he'll twist into something like, oh, he knows it. That's why they're suing. That's why they're trying to silence him. But
dude,
Hassan, it's not that
insane too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me tell you the most insane thing. When they say that, it's like I always have to remind people. I'm like, I know where this case is going. It's the fucking state of California, the most free speech supporting state when it comes to cases involving this. I would not go forward with this if I didn't feel that there was something palatable to have.
Absolutely.
All this, my wife has said the perfect thing. It's like the moment we talked about it, suddenly everyone on the left became a fucking legal expert, you know? Suddenly everyone has become like a fucking lawyer. I'm like, if you think that there is no like actual case to be made, I don't see the amount of like coping involved. Like, I don't understand why there's so much coping for this. Like, let it play out. Well, so I feel there is a solid case.
The coping is because, again, they knowingly lie. They have no responsibility to be factual. It's on us. It's like, it's up to us to be factual and to correct the record and to care about words. For them, it's just a play where they get to say and do whatever they want to smear you.
Dude, just take accountability for the things you've said, Ethan. You can't sue your way out of this. I mean, you might be able to scare some people off with your lawsuits, but like at the end of the day, everything you've said is online. You've lost half your audience. You've lost half of your AdSense monetization. You've already lost the battle. You know what I mean? You already lost the audience. All your critics are growing. We're poaching your audience, not on purpose. I'm not out here trying to harm you financially on purpose. Don't use this as evidence. But I'm just telling you, just by criticizing you and calling you out, people that used to like you and respect you and who used to watch you for your opinions, now don't think that their beliefs align with yours, and they're going to watch other people who align more closely with their beliefs. But if someone criticizes you, bro, you're not going to sue yourself out of it, Ethan, okay? You're not getting out of this. Haley D, our hero, says AB is handing his shirt to the fans that are left and saying, let me at him, let me at him. I don't even think he wants to come for me. I'm fully honest with you guys. I'm not going to leak the exact DMs, but I did ask. I am going to try to get AB to come on the show, okay? And I want to talk to him because I think for him to even be scared to mention me, he's like, fuck it, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to mention Anthony. I think part of him knows that my audience, he respects my audience's opinion. I think. Maybe he doesn't, but I think he values it, and he wants you guys to like him, and he wants us to like him. It's just going to be complicated with Ethan and Ela because I've called them some horrible things. So is he willing to take that awkward step? And I know Matt Lieb from Bath Hasbara has also asked AB to come on. I think that's also going to be very complicated. But as an Arab, as a fellow Lebanese man, I have some things to say to AB, and I have some things that I want him to tell me, and I want to have that conversation with you guys watching.
And just to go back to what you said about Hassan, you being better at parsing, Hassan's a smart guy. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows that it's wrong. He knows that it's a fucking lie, and he just sits there. And when it's a lie, like he was watching a George Janitis human STD video, and George says something like, Klein, who's famously a terrorist that likes to kill babies, something to the effect of that. He's just like, he's like, just no comment.
I think that's so wild too, because it's like, I don't know Ela on a personal level, but I imagine that Hassan knows her because of your guys' like prior podcast work. It's like, every time I see like the anti-Ela train coming out there, it's like, so she did mandatory service. Okay, now she's like a fucking baby killer or something, right? Like, it's just
come on, Mudahar. Come on, my man. She volunteered to go on a raid in Ramallah because she was bored, okay? And she called it a terrorist city, and they literally raided an innocent Palestinian family's home, okay? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I love the fact that he's calling Baden Panada by his real name as if that's like insulting. And by the way, Baden Panada, if he's Greek, that's fucking awesome. I went to Greece with my girlfriend a few months ago, last summer. Fucking awesome. We went to the island of Corfu. Beautiful island. Very hot in the summer. Insanely hot, but such a gorgeous island. Fucking love Greece. Loved the Greek people. So generous, so beautiful, so kind. Athens reminded me a little bit of Beirut. It's like kind of dirty in places, and you got like graffiti and shit, but some beautiful locations, obviously, and ruins and historical sites. But love Greece, and the fact that Baden Panada is Greek. You can call him a bad gyro. He's a bad souvlaki, even better than empanadas, to be honest with you guys. I fucking love a good gyro. I fucking love a good souvlaki. Oh my God, I'm hungry.
It's one of those things where it's like massive jump in logic, and nobody sits down and explains it. And I think it's honestly, in that situation, it's one thing if like a fucking Nick Fuente said it, right? Like, sure, we know what he's going with. Yeah. But it's another thing when like Hassan, who is like supposed to be more, it's somebody who's actually connected.
Bro, every time we would tell, Lizzie says Greeks are based. Every time we would tell a Greek taxi driver that we were Lebanese, dude, the first thing they would say is like, Israel no good. Israel no good. What they're doing there is horrible. All of them couldn't wait to get it off their chest that they're like pro-Lebanon, that they're pro-Palestine, that they're against Israelis. We did not run into a single pro-Israel fucking person there, bro. I fucking shit you not. It was fucking insane.
The fact that he co-signed it, it's like...
It's unforgivable for me.
Yeah, it's just, it's like, dude, you have no... Like, you're just, again, it's just willfully being ignorant of like facts. He knows the fact. He knows the fact more than the average person commenting on it. But he just chooses to let it happen because you guys are enemies now. We're all enemies.
The funny thing is, before this all happened, Hassan was the biggest fan of Teddy Fresh. He was wearing it all the time. He was asking us for it. Now, by the way, Ela's military service and all this stuff, that's...
Wait, Patchwork Angel. Someone is saying, Patrick, I remember watching your compilation in my H3 phase. Who's Patchwork? Are you a Fallen fan as well? Did you used to be... mentioned on H3 and stuff? I'm sorry if I wasn't aware of that. Please clarify in the chat. I'll try to get back to that.
Public knowledge. Nothing has changed at all in terms of like what they criticize her for. So Hassan was happily walking around in Teddy Fresh, the biggest fan ever. Ela was already on the record as being a fucking member of mandatory IDF service, but now all of a sudden with the same facts, right? Now all of a sudden he's giving away Teddy Fresh to homeless people on Skid Row and saying I never liked it. That shit's ugly as fuck. Like, bro, what the fuck? Not that I care, but like he was the one asking for it. He was asking us for it.
It always just feels like somebody that is stuck so far into that like high school like mentality, that college mentality, where it's like there's just no, I want to say, adulthood to it. I talked about this with my wife too, like about like.
All right, shout out to Patchwork Angel. We got another Fallen fan. I mean, most of you guys are Fallen fans in the chat, I'm guessing. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Toddler Fresh.
Every time I hear like a Son or Noah talk, it comes from a place of people that don't like, that just never have had to do anything. Like I always notice how Hassan brings up like his Turkish background and everything. Like so I'm an immigrant. Like I was born back home. My brother was born here. So and by basically being born back home, I'm talking like a couple months, and then I moved here. So by all intents, we're an immigrant family. And
Please, I'm not Indian. Please, I only stayed there 2 months. Do not associate me with India, please. I'm so ashamed of my roots and my origin.
I never grew up with like a silver spoon. My dad did like fucking medical school twice. We're talking like, because his license from back home was never validated when it came here. So, you go through the ringer basically 2 times in his life. Not super fun, but we grew up pretty normal. And then every time I hear this guy talk, it's like, dude, you grew up in like the nicest parts of the country. You grew up where like I watched through like Hollywood movies, right? Like when you live in an area like Hollywood, when you live so close to like Sunset Drive, you live in a tourist area. It's like, dude, you have
Haley D. Not that I care, from someone who definitely cares. Absolutely, it's fucking unhinged, Haley. Headset Ablaze has just become a Do Not Warrior. Well, thank you for joining for becoming a member. Headset Ablaze, bless you. Thank you.
Have all the privilege in the world. You've never had to go through anything in your life, and now you're going to sit here and like preach to a bunch of people how they should feel when you've never lived that life. You've never lived the life of a struggle. You've never seen things through the people you're constantly trying to champion for. It's shocking to me how an audience like that exists, and then they become so lazy that they don't even do any research into like claims that these people make or like the attacks they send out. It's taking advantage of a lazy audience, and it's just like a bunch of privileged fucks getting away with.
Yeah, I don't know if you know.
Cosplay.
I don't know if you know Hassan's origin story. His parents are extremely wealthy. His mom is a landlord of like many commercial buildings.
Bro, he's getting into personal. Like, what does it matter if Hassan's mom is a landlord, bro? What does it matter if Hassan's family's wealthy? What does any of that matter into the arguments that you are making pro-IDF, pro-Zionist statements, calling yourself a Zionist, saying that Zionist just means that I support the existence of Israel? What the fuck does, like, stop bringing, like, he brings in Hassan's maid at home or his housekeeper, or like, he's just constantly trying to deflect and distract from the issue at hand, which is his problematic statements. And he brings up all this irrelevant shit right now just to make Hassan look bad. He's using arguments that right-wingers use to discredit Hassan. I thought he was a socialist. Why does he have a nice car? Why does he have a big house? This doesn't make any sense.
Which is ironic because Hassan famously said landlords should be pulled into the street and the street should run red with their blood. His mom is a prolific landlord. His dad is a member of like one of the largest Turkish military political parties. They're very, very wealthy. In fact, Hassan, Turkey also has mandatory service, but Hassan actually they sent him off to college. By the way, yeah, they sent him to college from Turkey, which is fucking extraordinarily expensive for anyone in the world, let alone someone in Turkey.
What university did you go to here? Like, was it NYU?
He went to Rutgers, and he went to another one that I think he got.
Yeah, internationally, that's not cheap at all.
Oh, it's it's unbelievable.
Douche Canoe says they are still not talking about the genocide. Of course, Douche Canoe, they're going to talk about everything and everything in the world except the genocide and the atrocities that Israel is committing on a daily basis to Gaza. Also, I just heard today that only 3% of Jewish Israelis believe that like Palestinians should not be kicked out of Gaza. Over 90% of Jewish Israelis think that Gaza should be completely rid of Palestinians, and that the people who live in Gaza should be thrown somewhere else, and that Israel should take over Gaza. How fucking sick is that shit, bro? How fucking sick is that? And Ethan's talking about fucking lawsuits, bro. Fucking disgusting, dude.
Yeah.
And so he dodged the draft in Turkey. He just fucking dodged the draft in Turkey because his parents are rich.
That's like the insane thing too, because it's like when you got mandatory military service. One of the things that I brought up at like just anytime it was brought up on stream or like I had to correct somebody on like a podcast, I'm like, she has mandatory military service, right? This is a guy that like got to buy his way out. So it's like, how are you going to shit on somebody that is forced basically by their fucking state to participate in their military like infrastructure? And on Hassan's side, it's like, dude, imagine being so privileged that draft time comes, your parents just send you off to the most expensive countries in the world to get a fucking education.
That's how it used to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and again, as a socialist, as a communist and all this types of stuff, I think it was...
Hassan is not allowed to get a good education because he claims to be a socialist. Also, by the way, like, I went to the States to get my education, bro, but like, there's a lot of loopholes. I was born in the States. I was able to go to George Mason University because I was able to pay in-state tuition, so which made going to that university a lot more affordable. I was able to get a whole bunch of like financial aid and grants. So university, it was still very expensive compared to what it would have cost in Lebanon, and my dad still had to make a lot of sacrifices to pay for me going here. And we were by no means rich. My dad like struggled a lot to make sure that me and my sister could get an education in the US. He made a lot of fucking sacrifices and spent money on us that he could have spent on himself or on my mom or on a whole bunch of other things. So I'm extremely thankful for what he did. But like, that by no means makes anyone rich. And there are ways to save on university. Again, I was able to save by getting financial aid, by getting a whole bunch of grants. I even took a few loans in my last year of college that I'm still paying off to this day. I'm almost done, but like, I was like, I don't want my dad to pay for my last year of university, so I took a few loans. So like, what the fuck?
During Vietnam, where rich people were paying to get their kids out of the draft, and that became a huge thing. Now in America, they made that now illegal. But Hassan is literally he's literally Donald Trump with the bone spurs. I mean, he didn't make any medical excuses, but he definitely they paid up so he could dodge the draft. And like, and I mean, to me, like, that's shameful and it's embarrassing. Hila served her country. She did her civic duty.
Shameful and embarrassing, bro. Ethan, if I was supposed to be drafted in the military and if there was any way for me to get out of it, I would get out of it. For Hila to proudly serve her country's military and be a fucking terrorist and go on fucking raids and fucking Ramallah and terrorize fucking families, you could be as proud of that as you want, okay? But you're fucking brainwashed and you support a fucking genocidal country, which is why you have no fucking case against Noah Samsen, bro, because of fucking comments that you make like this, bro. Proudly serve her military. She should have fucking done anything she could have to get out of this fucking terrorist organization known as the fucking IDF, which just bombed my country again last fucking night at 4 a.m., destroying a whole fucking building. So fuck the IDF, bro. I'm gonna try to be nice because I want to try to get AB on. So I'm not gonna say everything that's on my mind or in my heart right now.
And I think that's a good thing. That, you know, regardless, like just in general, right? Outside the scope
and it's
of like,
not like
yeah.
it's not like she agrees with the practices. Like I've seen her talk about this. It's not like she's a heavily defended person of this. It's like, you know, like the mouthpiece for
Not
the
at
Israeli
all.
Defensive Forces or whatever. So it's shocking to me how that constantly gets like litigated and brought up. Like when it comes to the military, like way back in the day, I'm talking like fucking obviously high school. It's like even when it comes to the military, like there was a point where I didn't have a choice, like money wise. Like it was like join the Air Force and like get your engineering degree through there, because really that was like one of the only options that I have. So the more now that I like when I hear this about Hassan, I'm like, dude, it's like when you have choices versus people who don't have choices, and then you're gonna tell the people that don't have a choice at the time.
Yep.
To fucking, you know,
That's
you
part of
live
what-
in this like high moral world.
Like Denim's made this video being like, you know, I understand it was mandatory, but she should have gone to prison. That's what I would have done. And it's like, really? Okay, well, that's
Well, then
so
don't pay
nice
your
of you to
taxes.
fantasize.
Well, okay. I mean, Ethan, she didn't want to go to prison. She ended up taking the job, and you could say that. You know what? She had a good deal. All she had to do was be secretary. You know what I mean? And she sat there and didn't really do any harm. Even being a secretary for the IDF, you're facilitating some kind of crime, some kind of genocidal action. No denying that. But at least she was a secretary, didn't have a gun in hand, running around shooting Palestinians. But that wasn't good enough for Ela. She literally volunteered and insisted to be taken on a raid to Ramallah because being a secretary wasn't good enough for her, Ethan. She wanted a taste. She wanted a little taste of that violence, of that fear, of that terror. You know what I mean? So keep justifying it for yourself, bro. Psychos.
Go
It's
to
about-
prison then.
That's,
Don't
why
pay
they
your
don't have to pay taxes? Hassan and Dennis
Yeah.
and all these people don't pay taxes. Go to prison. Be a conscientious
like-
objector right now. You don't have to wait. You don't have to fantasize.
Yeah, if you know that your government is financing bad people, don't pay taxes. It's
That's
perfect.
it.
Like now, don't take this advice, audience watching, because I do want you to don't fucking not pay your
Well, I don't think
taxes.
anybody watching is
Yeah, they're not dumb enough to do that.
yeah,
But
no.
if you're so fucking intent, then stop paying your taxes. Fucking, you know, go get the IRS to clap you on the cheeks, get yourself into a prison, and then just fucking make a statement like that. It's insane that like. Yeah, anytime you bring this kind of shit up, it's always just a deflection. Like it always was funny too, because it's like, I find it funny how like being so anti-capitalist, right? Like being somebody that's like for the people, like eat the rich. I have never seen a bigger consumer than Hassan Piker when it comes to like buying frivolously needless shit. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
it's incredible. The
we all
loophole.
have. You know, like we all have like we all have like nice houses. Like I'm sure like you drive a nice car, I drive a nice car. He drives a nice car too. I know that for a fact.
Because he made a
And it's
video
like-
bragging about it.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Sorry,
didn't
yeah,
do
he
that.
bought a Porsche for his fans, which is insane to me because it's like
I bought it for the
you know?
fans. Oh yeah, there's that clip of him in the dealership. I bought it for the fans, guys.
When I went and bought like a really nice car, it never got posted out there. Never.
Who cares what car he buys, bro? Who cares about this shit? Ethan, talk about your fucking country brutally murdering thousands of fucking civilians, bro, on a daily basis. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about?
Like it wasn't like a buy for the fan purchase, but it's like it's funny how like that gets propped up as like let's fight the evil capitalist system, but also participate in it in the most insanely consumerist ways.
Yeah.
And like
Are you comparing Ela Klein being in the IDF to Hassan Piker buying a Porsche, bro? Is that what we're doing right now? Hassan's a bad person. He bought a Porsche, but my wife who joined the IDF is a great fucking person and loves her country. What the fuck, bro? I would never join any military, bro. The only way I would ever join the military would be the Lebanese military if we were being invaded by Israelis and I had to be like, you know what, I'm going to defend my country. Ela joined the IDFs to terrorize a small group of Palestinians imprisoned in Gaza, and whoever's left, whoever's free to walk around the West Bank, bro. What the fuck, dude? Such fucking victim mentality.
funny too because it's like me and you. I know you run a business, I run a business, and we like I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but I'm not like a fucking greedy capitalist like billionaire that's like fucking taking extra bonuses, like not paying my employees. And I know you certainly aren't either. So it's like, why are we demonized? And then this guy who's like,
who doesn't pay his mods, by the way.
Yeah,
his mods
No
are on
mods
stream
being paid,
begging
yeah.
for rent money.
It's just insane how that is.
Says the man who just did a 10-hour fucking subathon begging for subscriptions on his channel. Okay, so shut the fuck up. He's such an asshole. I can't be nice, bro. He's such an evil asshole at this point. Like, Just fuck him, bro. Disgusting. AB, come on the show. I won't mention Ethan and Ela as much as I can, but like, disgusting fucking people, bro. Yeah,
their world, and it's defended. It's like there's no calling out for it, and we're like held to this insane standard that just doesn't make any fucking sense.
Lars with the $5 saying you're defending a genocide by both citing it. Yeah, well, you're rich. Exactly, right? Like, he can justify the genocide because Hassan is rich. He's just as bad as Ethan. Dizzle McFizzle, bro, you don't know consuming under capitalism equals genocide? Lol, Ethan is such a coward. God bless.
My favorite thing that I see people doing constantly is Ethan went after pro-Palestinian voices, therefore he's pro-genocide. It's like Hassan is not the entire fucking Palestinian movement. These people act like it's him. He is the one. And it's crazy.
That's not the only problem. You keep parroting the IDF, bro. You literally called Yoav Galan a great guy. You say that Hamas hides bases under hospitals, basically justifying bombing civilian structures. So it has nothing to do with Hassan. Take Hassan completely out of the equation. You have said so much problematic shit. Ela Klein literally is on the podcast being like, I deny that the IDF does daily atrocities. What more do you want?
You're telling me that just because you're pro-Palestinian, you can't be criticized for anything unrelated or related?
You know what it is, dude? It's like that South Park episode with like Jesse Jackson being like the emperor of all black people. That's all it is. It's like this guy is the emperor of all Palestinian voices right now. And if you
even though he's not even Arab, by the way.
Yeah, that's also it's even funny too. It's like I know now. It's like when there was a criticizing, it's like, how can Muda be a practicing Muslim? He drank a beer here and there. I'm like, no, I didn't claim to be like a perfect person, but that guy is like, he's like culturally there. I'm like, this is like a fucking ID card that you sometimes take with you. It's like, I don't understand how this guy's supposed to be the biggest voice of reason here, and he's not even like culturally associated to it. He's not even he cannot criticize, he cannot engage with it in a meaningful manner. It's tough to see that, especially somebody in the actual umbrella. Like, and I'll say this, just it doesn't need to be said, but like, I really wish in my lifetime, before I die, I see peace in the Middle East. Like, I hope that every Palestinian and Israeli gets along. I hope that everyone in that region just gets along.
Oh, Mudahar with the fucking great fucking take. I just want to see peace in the Middle East. Why don't Israelis and Palestinians get along? I fucking wonder why, Mudahar. He's making it seem like it's in both their hands. It's up to them. If the Israelis and Palestinians want it, it'll happen. It's not how it fucking works. Only one side has all the fucking power. One side holds all the fucking cards, Mudahar. It's Israel. And guess what they're doing? Instead of making peace, they're genociding a whole fucking population of women and fucking children. And let's not forget about the fucking men. We never mentioned the innocent men because Arab men are so dehumanized, bro. You guys don't give a fuck what happened. You guys care about me because I have an American accent. He's okay. Bro, Arab men are beneath the fucking trash for you guys. We don't even mention when they get killed. We don't even mention when they get butchered because that's not going to draw any sympathy. We have to mention the women and children because maybe if we mention women and children, it'll move your cold, white, goddamn hearts. Forget the men, bro. The poor fucking men in this whole situation. The fathers, the brothers, the sons. Nothing, bro. No pity, no sympathy. No sympathy. Women and children. Hate it, bro. Peace. Why doesn't everybody just hold hand and sing Kumbaya? Is that what you're gonna fucking say, Mudahar? Is that what's coming up next? Sorry. Just gotta check. I think we got a super. KMA sends $2 and says, "Do any of Ethan's employees own homes?" I mean, I hope they do. I hope if they're selling their souls, they better own a fucking home. I hope so.
To me, it has never made sense why we couldn't get along. We're all like brothers and sisters of the same Abrahamic tree. We should be able to get along, and I hope we do. You know. And recently there were like these anti-Hamas protests, and I looked at that. I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. And immediately when I go onto like a lot of these guys' streams, it's downplaying it. It's like, this is just Israeli propaganda. I'm like, how do you achieve peace when your actual reaction to any semblance of positivity is to be so?
Nour says the stream looks like it's sponsored by Cocoa Pebbles, but this was just to honor the great people of Minnesota and our boy North Star Radio. Can it be sponsored by Cacaola? Chocolate milk made in Barcelona since 1933. I don't have my boxing gloves here, my good luck charms. They're not here.
cynical and Alex Jones-ish towards it, right? Like where you can't, like, I'm sorry, in order.
Lars sends $10 and says these guys say they want two states. They don't. Palestine gets a state. It also gets a standing military. How do you think they would react to that? Not to mention Israel would just invade them. Exactly. And Lars, I mean, Ethan and most Israelis believe that if Palestinians outnumber Israelis or Jews, then they will destroy them and kill them. So the only way for Israel to exist is to be a religious ethno-state, a Jewish ethno-supremacy. So completely unhinged shit. But if we call them out for talking about that and for defending that, they want to sue us, apparently. And we're all crazy anti-Semites.
Make this entire bridge work, every side has to come together and acknowledge their faults and build for a better future. As fucking corny and as hallmarkish as that is to say it, that's the only path to it. And I think I will, if I lose
I'm sorry.
every
What's the peace? What's the path to peace in the Middle East? I missed his genius take.
Is to be so cynical and Alex Jones-ish towards it, right? Like where you can't, like, I'm sorry, in order to make this entire bridge work, every side has to come together and acknowledge their faults and build for a better future. As fucking corny.
Oh, okay, so that's yeah, so all the Palestinians have to do is come together with the Israelis and acknowledge their faults. Like, hey guys, we fucked up. We've been asking to be free for way too long. So we're going to stop that. And, you know, because you guys haven't been listening to us, sometimes we turn a little violent because you're not listening to us. When we peacefully ask for our land back and for freedom, you guys refuse. So when we try a little bit of violence, you guys also get mad. We're going to try something new now. We're going to apologize. We're going to come together. We're going to hold hands. You want to hold hands? Like, Mudahar. Eid bil-habal, bro. What the fuck kind of dumbass shit is this, bro? What kind of dumbass shit are you fucking talking about, my man? Are you fucking serious? Dizzle McFizzle sends $10 and says, Mike from PA said it best. Ethan is a coward and a sellout, and thus he has to attack people of principle because he has no principles. He lashes out because it protects his ego. Of course, Ethan is literally just upset that he's been called mean names on the internet. And because he's not standing by the correct facts, and he's not on the right side of history, he can't defend himself very well, so all he does is attack people and threaten to sue them. Lars with another $5 and says, that's the issue. They keep talking about Abrahamic heritage. It's not a religious conflict. It's colonialism. They just want land. That's it. Of course, and they're getting more land. They're getting land in Syria. They're still trying to get land in Lebanon, folks. A tale as old as time. Tale as old as time. Sorry.
And as hallmarkish as that is to say it, that's the
True
only
as it can be. It's late here, folks. Lars with another $5. Okay, Hamas did some bad things and they should apologize. One question. What the fuck did the West Bank do? Let's not even get into the West Bank. It breaks their brains, Lars.
Path to it. And I think I will, if I lose every follower and I lose every bit of my online presence by preaching that, it's worth it. Because I don't know if I could live with myself and sleep at night and look at my wife and my parents if I sat down and started supporting a terror organization that is being rebranded as a resistance group, when realistically they aren't. Resistance groups are not torturing their people for protesting.
Bro, he's not even fucking Arab. Just because you're Muslim, you think it gives you any fucking authority to talk about this shit, Mudahar. Okay, what do you know about resistance? Excuse me. What do you know about resistance, my man? Nothing. Okay, fucking live in a country where people are trying to take your land, then they're fucking terrorists. Hey, bro, it's a U.S. designated. It's the U.S. designated, and they put it on the terror watch list. Chaos of Trouble, welcome to the Do Not Warriors. Thank you for becoming a member. Lee Levin with $5. The obsession with Klein is not good for your health. Please move on. Well, Lee, thank you. At least thank you for paying me for giving you that opinion. I mean, it's not really an obsession. It's kind of, I'm obsessed with the success it's giving the YouTube channel. And I'm obsessed with getting new audience members that are discovering our channel. We spent some time critiquing Ethan Klein, but we also spent time talking about other random fun things in Lebanon. So if this is a good way to bring in the people, to bring in the fish, lure them in, you know, throw that net in the ocean, get some fish, and then we do some fun stuff with the fish later. But Lee, thank you for the support. We appreciate you.
Against them, insanity right there.
Yeah.
But so it doesn't need to be said. But yeah.
What Noah and Hassan are essentially saying, or I don't know what Noah said about this, but I know what Hassan has said, downplaying it. He's being like, no. The people in Gaza, they're fighting to the end, till every single Gazan is dead. That's what I want. They're like protesting, like, let's just fucking.
And Lee, if I'm obsessed with Ethan, it's just because he's obsessed with Hassan. Literally, AB went for us on Twitter today. So, I mean, we're talking about this. Ethan has come after our podcast. He has told people to mass report my channel. He's literally tried to ruin my financial situation. So, yeah, we're going to talk about it. And I have I don't lose any sleep over it. Let me tell you that.
Oust Hamas and end this fucking war. And Hassan's like, no, fight till the end. Every single man, woman, and child at the fronts. for
it's
them,
so
on
easy
their
to say-
behalf.
It's so easy to say that when you're living in like the safest country in the world, you know, like where Hassan lives, and I anytime I'm in like LA, I Airbnb there all the time and shit too, like fucking in Hollywood or whatever, and it is the safest part of the fucking world, right? Like you got like fucking you got the most security. He doesn't have to see even the problems of his own city in that area, right?
Right, yeah.
Like, I mean, you want to see problems in LA, you can drive fucking 10, 15 minutes down to like. I mean, it's funny that he went to Skid Row to give your merch because it's like. It's funny for him, like seeing the worst of the country financially is like a 10, 15-minute field trip, you know, and then he gets to go back home. So it's like he gets to live this like really privileged life, and from his home where bombs aren't dropping. Because I have talked with Israeli people, and like it's funny too because one thing that I heard was, you know, one of my friends was out for dinner, right, with his wife, and he's like, in Israel they get these ballistic warnings, like their Amber Alerts on their phone, and they're out for dinner and they see it, and it's almost like they don't really even respond to it. It's like weird. And then I think as bad as that is, you know, the other side doesn't even have fucking Amber Alerts. Like, they're just getting destroyed and decimated. And you got this fucking dude here who's, like, saying fight to the death. I'm like, I don't think they want to die anymore. I think they want peace. They've been wanting peace for decades. So let's get them peace.
Yes, dude, it's so...
Yes, Ethan, they just let them just leave Gaza. Yes, let's just stop the whole thing. Now they live in a parking lot. Like, what's your plan for the rest of the Palestinians, Ethan? Of course, Ethan will say that, like, Gaza should be rebuilt and needs to be kept by the Palestinians, but... Gaza is a fucking open-air prison. Most Palestinians want to get the fuck out of Gaza. They want to go explore the rest of their country. You know what I mean? They want to go to Tel Aviv, where Ethan is. Ethan, would you be okay with that? Would you be okay with Palestinians walking down the same streets you walk down in Israel? Because, you know, they're legally not obliged to walk down most streets you do. You want them to vote? You want them to go to the same school as your kids? Would that be okay with you, Ethan?
Fucked up.
Like, I saw a photo from Palestinian in the month of Ramadan, this family eating in like a fucking, like their apartment was like bombed the fuck open, you know? And like everyone was talking about like, oh, what if the hinges break? I'm like, I don't think they're at a point where they even care if the fucking building collapses on them, you know? Like, it's depressing, it's sad. It's when we talk about the reality of it, it's not something that, you know, you want it to end. You know, it's not a team sport. It's not like who's right or who's wrong. We're playing the weird semantic game. We should be looking for a peaceful solution, and we should be looking for it as fast as we can. Because there have been tons of people that have been dying there. And it needs to.
What are these platitudes? What's a peaceful solution, bro? Who doesn't want peace? Look, what are we? What kind of fucking sathi conversation is this? We need peace. All the sides need to get together. Israel and Palestinians need to become friends, and then we need peace. What kind of dumbass shit is this, bro? What kind of simplistic fucking takes are these, bro? Shut the fuck up. Don't talk about this anymore. Don't talk about it anymore. You're so fucking dumb.
Should have stopped a year. It should have stopped decades ago, but it hasn't. And it's also funny too how like anytime they bring up this genocide, it's like, oh, you've been like Hassan said it was quiet for a year. I'm like, dude, this genocide's been going on for decades. And by the way, this is not the only like genocide of people going on. I've never seen Hassan talk about like, you know, the Muslim people in China positively. I've never seen him talk about like Muslim Indians.
Yeah.
I've never seen him talk about Muslim Indian people, like my people back home in India. Let me tell you right now, dude, we're second-class citizens. I might even have my nationality completely removed. Like, I'm ethnically Indian as possible. Indian Muslims, fucking total second-class group. Never seen him talk about that at all. I don't even think he cares.
Well, for someone who knows what it's like to be second-class citizen, you're pretty fucking quiet about the plight of Palestinians, bro. You should fucking understand a little bit better. As
much about Indian people, to be fair. I've heard him on like camera say like a certain slur, and then you've got like, you know, Sudan, you've got all these areas where things are going on, but they're hyper fixating on this.
Why didn't the Jews, just someone in the comments, like, it's just like telling Jews, just get along with the Nazis. Hey, Palestinians, just get along with the IDF. Get along with the Israelis. You'll be just fine. Just forgive each other. What the fuck?
Especially not because I think they care about the Palestinian people or the Israeli people. It's just because it is how you grift right now. You know, he called out the fact that I got 1 million views on my video and I got like AdSense out of it, which is, you know what, I will personally say this to Hassan, okay? I will give every single dollar of that, you know, video away, which I don't even think it made anything because it got fucking demonetized because of the topic. But I'll do like, but you've also got to give away like a year and a half of your salary.
I got to read this. Lee Levin with another 5. I hear you. A big fan of the show. Saw you on Bat Hasbara. There are no words for what an asshole he is. There must be a better way to get him. Free Palestine. I mean, look, this has been to me the most efficient way to get him, Lee. Just focusing on Ethan whenever we can, whenever it's relevant. A lot of the time, we put Ethan in our thumbnail on the title of the episode, but the episode has like 10 more topics, 12 more topics. I'm just putting the thing on that gets the most clicks, whatever I can do to get the most eyeballs on Lebanon, on the show, build as big of an audience as we can so that when we eventually do move on from Ethan Klein, have as much of a big base of support. But I mean, I get you, and I've had a lot of criticisms from our Lebanese audience that is sick from Ethan. But I also ran into a lot of fans of the show on Saturday at Demi's event at Cosmic, where I was selling some comic books, and a lot of them were like, "Yo, we don't mind the Ethan stuff, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. We get exactly why you're doing it. We see the success on the channel growing, so they get it." So Lee. That's kind of what we're doing here. Lars with another 5. Oh, you care about a genocide? Name every genocide. Maybe it's because we found this one. I mean, look, I know there's a lot of shit happening around the world. I'm focusing on Palestine because they're our fucking neighbors. They're our next door neighbors. Israel, which is supposed to be Palestine, they're right there. They're Arab brothers and sisters. Israel attacks and invades Lebanon all the time. They bomb us literally yesterday. So that's why I'm talking about it. I can't talk about it with other people. Don't talk about other things, but that's us. That's me.
Point, because this is what you've been doing for the last year. You've been ripping off of these dead children.
These guys are like booming. Like it's funny. They go, Noah said the anti-Ethan industrial complex is booming, so everybody should be making videos. It's like that the pro-Palestine industry is booming, and like Hassan is riding that wave big time, man. He's loving it. He's doing sponsored streams, bro. He's doing sponsored streams for fucking Disney-owned games.
Ethan, your content nuke was sponsored by ExpressVPN, a company whose CEO sent a whole bunch of money to the IDF. So fuck you.
He did a sponsor stream from like a Ubisoft title. He did two, like one for Rainbow Six and one for that Assassin's Creed. And it's like, I find it funny how a company that is going through like some sexual misconduct hearings and its upper staff, you're gonna take you don't have to take sponsorships. Like,
nope.
To give the audience watching, we can say no to a sponsor. We're all at that level, me, you, and Hassan, where we can just say no, we're not gonna sign on with you.
Yep.
He has the option. He still decided to go down that road, and he's like, what? People don't take gaming sponsorships? I'm like, yeah, people do, but you're politically knowledgeable about this topic. I don't know why you decided to throw your hat into the ring. But I guess I know. I mean, private jets don't pay for themselves, right?
No, sir. Those Gucci shirts sure don't come with a cheap price tag.
Yeah,
and I don't think he's getting them on the real.
No.
You find really good deals there, by the way, if anyone's wondering. All right. Well, listen. I think is there anything else you wanna say? I think we've covered it, and I think that I'm extremely grateful that you're coming.
Yo, this stream we've been going on for like 2 hours, and I'm like not even halfway through this episode. Mudahar sends £5. Having a demo on Saturday and a fundraising gig next month in my local Scottish Palestine group. Fuck H3. Fucking awesome, yo. Mudahar, share the link in the chat for how people can help. Please let people know. Ethan's basement in the chat. Ethan wishes he could say no to sponsorships. They don't come easy these days. Of course, with all the AdSense money that they're losing, all the memberships that they're losing, I'm sure that Teddy Fresh has gone a massive hit in sales because you want to know how? I used to be a huge Teddy Fresh consumer. I used to spend a lot of money on Teddy Fresh. Have not spent a dime since they turned full-on fucking Zionists on their podcast. And I imagine a lot of you guys are doing the same. Toshi is now a Do Not Warrior. Welcome to our channel, Toshi. Thank you for supporting us. Again, Patreon and member live stream. Most likely next week, I'm going to try my best to do an exclusive live stream for you guys. Thank you so much for the support. You guys make all the difference in the world. We cannot exist without you.
Coming down this with us together, and I think it's a good thing that a Jew and a Muslim are together standing up for what's right against just it's beautiful, man.
A Jew and a Muslim are standing up together for what's right. This is how Ethan is fucking spinning that shit right now, right? Chris says, Anthony, that's embarrassing, bro. What, me liking Teddy Fresh? This has to be one of the dumbest conversations I've ever heard. I know him and Mudahar, it's fucking horrible. Oh, Teddy Fresh was always trash. I know, but look, I have some nice pieces, Chris. Give me some credit. I own some of their nicest pieces. They release a lot of shit, but there's always a few gems in there.
I mean, honestly, it's like it's funny too, because like the more I kind of think about it, like we started off with a beef, and now like years later, we're on a fucking like legal work together, defending like we're just stopping shitty defamation from happening. It's fucking insane. It's but yeah, no, thank you for letting me on, man. It's been highly appreciated, and thanks for like letting me in on this lawsuit as well too, because I really do think.
Thanks for letting me in on the lawsuit. Oh my god, bro, look at the vibes on H3. Thanks for letting me in on that lawsuit, Easton. Fun times. Meme Daddy with a $10 donation. Thank you, Meme Daddy. I grew up in the US hearing Muslim scary. I didn't meet anyone from the Middle East till I was in college, and it took the combo of that and Hassan to deprogram my idiotic American brain rot. Fuck you, Ethan Klein / Muta. Well, Meme Daddy, thank you so much for the donation, for supporting the channel, and for the awesome fucking comment. I went to college in the States. I met a lot of racist people. I was slapped once. You guys want a fun little story? You guys have been sitting with us once. I got slapped once in college. I was at a dorm party freshman year at George Mason University, okay? Here's what happened. I'll tell the story probably some other time, but like a more normal podcast. I was We're in a dorm room. Okay, we're partying. I was playing music on the laptop. I was the DJ of the night. And I remember I was playing Sex on Fire by Kings of Leon on iTunes. This girl walks up to me. I was drunk as shit, okay? I was really fucking drunk. Did not know where I was at the time. Designated DJ. This girl walks up to me and tells me, your people brought down the towers. Okay, this was in like 2008. So 7 years after 9/11. So this girl walks up to me and says, your people brought down the towers. Now, I'm drunk as fuck at this point. I'm not even paying attention to what this girl is saying. I'm like focused on iTunes and like picking the next song. So I just say, what towers? I'm like, what towers? And I'm just like back to iTunes trying to pick a song. So she's like, what towers? And she just fucking slaps the shit out of me, bro. She fucking slapped the living shit out of my face. And you want to know what my reaction was? I started fucking crying, bro, because I was fucking drunk. I'm like, does everybody think of Arabs this way? Does everybody look at me like I'm a fucking terrorist? What the fuck? Now, it turns out that, like, her uncle was, like, a New York firefighter. Nothing happened to him on 9/11, but just because he was a New York firefighter, it was enough for her to, like, slap me in the face because she said that my people brought down the towers. And when I said, what towers? She slapped me in the face. Fun times, fun introduction to Americans. Then, okay, now this is even more fucked up. I hope no one recognizes who I'm talking about. Then, I mean, Ray says, what towers is so funny. I wasn't paying attention to her story. I was looking at the computer screen. Like, someone brings up towers out of the blue and I'm fucking wasted and I'm looking at what song I'm going to play next. I wasn't following the narrative. Then, like a few days later, I'm having dinner. There was like a restaurant on campus. So I'm having dinner. Someone walks up to me. She's like, yo, Anthony, that girl's outside. She wants to like apologize for what she did to you a few days ago. So I walk out. And she literally shows me her hands, and there was like a bunch of scars on her fucking hands. Trigger warning, folks. And she was like, I did this for you. She had basically like cut herself, bro. It was fucked up as like self-punishment for what she did to me. And I was like, yo, please never do that again, especially not on my behalf or on my account. Just don't be racist. Don't be slapping Arabs out of the blue, you know what I mean, for 9/11. Just do that. Sorry about that. Don't do that to yourself. But anyways, yeah, a crazy little story. I was hate crimed. Yeah. Chat, you're right. Now, I'm not going to dox her. It's been a long time. Sex on Fire, you're such a millennial, Anthony. Kings of Leon, baby. Kings of Leon. I know. That shit was popping when I was in college. Terrible. I'm so sorry, Anthony. It's fine. Don't worry. You should have not. But come on, I'm not even going to read that. Poor dude. I'd be locked into Sex on Fire, too. I was pretty locked in, folks. I was locked into that song. Fuck them towers. Nah, come on, Jill. People seem shocked. God, I'm so sorry, Anthony. It's okay, folks. It's a funny story to tell. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, I think I missed a donation. Meme Daddy. Oh no, that we got that one. We got that one. So I just want to make sure I got everyone. I saw Gato. I saw KOL live. I've seen them twice. I've seen Kings of Leon live twice. They're my favorite band. It was the best experience of my life. The second time I was so close. Caleb looked at me and smiled. I could see them. I could see their sweat coming off their faces. I caught their set list. I caught a drumstick, and I caught their guitar pick. I fucking love Kings of Leon. Their last few albums have not been the best. We don't need to talk about those. But I mean, hey, what a fucking rock band. Back to the show. Sorry, guys. We had to refresh a little bit, give you guys that little story. Let's finish up with this fucking Mudahar call.
This kind of shit needs to be spoken about. I hope that, and it's very helpful to me that some people like actually get the true facts out of, even though we had to bring up actual legal cases and we had to start a legal case, we had to start legal proceedings, we had to talk about this in the first place. Hopefully people learn from it. And I'm just kind of tired of like, fucking blatant misinformation.
Okay, look, just the last on Kings of Leon. Look, the Sex on Fire album, Only by the Night, was pretty good, okay? I know people don't like Sex on Fire and Use Somebody, but like Closer, that album is still fucking fire. In my opinion, everything after that album, kind of downhill. The first 4 albums, the first 3 were the fucking best, particularly because of the times. In my opinion, the greatest rock album of the last, like, 30 years. I think that album is fucking brilliant. Knocked Up, I saw that fucking song live in DC. Mwah. Okay, back to this.
Yeah. Every angle here.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, they put us in a position where we have nothing to lose. So this is all we've got. So anyway, Some Ordinary Gamer, Mudahar, check. He's on YouTube, everybody. You know what it is. And I'm sure we'll talk again as this situation continues. But until then, thanks for calling. God bless.
Yep. You have a good day, man.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. That's Mudahar, everybody. Some Ordinary Gamer.
Fun vibes.
I'll tell you what, he's very modest. He's no ordinary guy. He's extraordinary. He really is. He really is. All right, actually, I'm going to go pee and then I'll continue from there. So I'll be right back. Thank you so much.
Okay, peeing. Let us skip the peeing. Look at the crew being all nice and friendly. Okay, Ethan's back. Let's see what's up.
He sent me an email just right now.
Who, the
I sent you a picture. He said,
Who, the lawyer?
Or not right now. Let's see. When did he say?
Wait, why is it not
He
going
sent
back?
He sent it at 8:50 a.m. He says, clean your shit. Don't eat it.
Oh.
Which I don't know is a threat or if he's just making a
I think that's good advice.
Giardia joke.
That seems
Clean
like-
your well, I don't need to clean my shit. I just won't eat it. I'll just flush it.
You should clean too.
Clean my shit though? It doesn't need to be clean. You just flush it.
I don't know how you would clean shit.
Yeah. He's confused. So he's messaging me. He's also raving about my attorney. Oh, I don't know if it's him. I mean, well, I'll tell you the email it came from.
Why does everyone think that me saying what towers is like the funniest thing? What, like, if you're not paying attention, bro, like, as Arabs are just hearing the word towers, we don't automatically think of the two towers, like the Twin Towers. You know what I mean? Like, it could mean a lot of other things. I'm just like, your people brought down the towers. I'm listening to the song, okay? I'm trying to think, what am I going to play? What is going to follow fucking Sex on Fire? Because Sex on Fire used to get people going in 2008, y'all. I don't need to remind y'all, okay? People used to get turned up on Sex on Fire, so I couldn't disappoint with a shitty track, all right? So, yeah, I was fully focused. So the comments, the towers comment, right over my head, baby.
Empanada@gmail.com. Yeah. That's my boy. George Janitis, the human STD. You won't infect me, buddy. I got protection now. I sent the thread of him losing his mind.
Mo with a $10 donation. He says, been a while, do not worry. P.S. Woo not Dory. P.S. I'm pretty sure that the only people who can leave India, like Gul Tahar's family, are Brahim, or Brahmin, or however you spell it. Ooh, was not familiar with that. If you guys want to clarify in chat.
About Ram, which is pretty funny too. He's already starting to try to spin this letter, and you can see how pathetic his lies are. This guy defames people like it's like breathing, you know, because he's so used to not being held accountable for anything. This is what's happening. Ethan Klein's lawyer knows he has no case, so he sent Noah Samsen a completely powerless letter instead of actually suing him, half of which... So again, Ban Empanada, he speaks with authority. He has no fucking clue what he's talking about, of course. You're supposed to do a letter, a demand for retraction, and then they have 20 days to respond.
Oh, wait, Nour and North Star Radio talking about the Strokes. I love the Strokes. The Strokes actually, I think, opened for Kings of Leon once. But like Kings of Leon first two albums reminds me of the Strokes a little bit. It's very grungy. It's very like garage band, very unpolished. They started to sound very polished by the third album, and then the fourth album they went all Sex on Fire and everybody hated them. But at least the music was still good on the fourth album. Everything else was just not catchy. Albums 5 and on were just like, ugh.
And then you sue for defamation. That's how you sue for maximum damages. Bad Banana, you have no fucking clue what you're talking about. You're actually... It's easy to sound smart. It's hard to actually be smart.
But like, and sorry, again, one last thing on the Strokes. Their last album, the one that they dropped like during COVID a couple years ago, fucking sick. Like a true return to form to the Strokes. We love the Strokes here. And I also had like, when the Strokes went and played at like the Bernie Sanders thing, I bought their t-shirt. I had the Strokes Bernie Sanders shirt. I gave it away, but I did pay money for that shirt.
You are George, the human STD. So that's completely wrong. It's up to Noah if we sue him or not, you know. We'll see. We have 20 days. Half of which is just dedicated to the lawyer asking ChatGPT to debunk 2 of my videos. Okay. I'm not sure how you prove that. This is not a joke. Ethan paid his lawyer thousands to ask ChatGPT to write a letter refuting 2 of my videos rather than trying to do it himself. Again, what? I mean, we're demanding a retraction, so it's a legal complaint. So obviously my lawyer wrote it. It extensively cites YouTube videos and Wikipedia pages. He thinks he can sue Noah Samsen for my videos. So the reason that we focus on George Janitis, the human STD's videos is because Noah continually throws it to him as the cited expert. And we are forced to interact with the human STD's video to prove like that even in the sources he's citing are wrong, defamatory, malicious, etc., etc. So that's all part of the game. And, well...
Bro, I'm just fast forwarding a little bit. Like, he's still reading, like, complaint letters and, like, legal letters. This is, like, 10 minutes from now. What is this podcast? Does he do anything fun later on the show? Or is he eating, like, a snack here? Okay, so I guess we're almost done with the legal shit because this seems unbearable. Oh no, he's going for the Mike from PA thing. Oh my God, this is so long. We might have to skip ahead, folks.
Stand back and stand by, my boy. George, my boy. Me and you, buddy. Let's see. So where were we? Overall, based on the...
What a goblin, like, hunched over his laptop, like, trying to sue people. Little fucking goblin. I'm gonna sue you. I mean, hey, I don't have the best posture in the world, so I'm not here to make fun of anyone's posture. But, like, I'm not out here suing people or threatening people with lawsuits like a little bitch. So, I mean, Ethan, we get to make fun of your posture in that case.
Let's see. So where were we? Overall, based on the totality. Oh, yeah. So it continues. We were talking about that Noah says I prepare.
Ethan's basement says the crew is having a lot of fun, I'm sure. I haven't heard anyone's fucking voice. I haven't heard a peep from anyone, bro. They're just sitting there in awkward silence, hoping this day gets over so they can go home and fucking spend time with their partners and, you know, just bury their heads in the sand and, you know, forget what they do on a daily basis and fucking supporting a genocide. Allegedly, Ethan. I mean, actually, no, not allegedly. Come for me. I want to be sued, okay? Let's have some fun. Let's go crazy.
Situate the mass rape hoax by misreporting what's in the UN report. The UN report with regards to the hostages, the mission team found clear and convincing information that some hostages taken in Gaza have been subjected to various forms of conflict-related violence and has reasonable grounds to believe that such violence is ongoing. Paragraph 86 of the UN report does not support the assertion that Hamas...
Okay, I'm going to give chat like 10 seconds. Should we skip the reading of the letter and jump to the Mike from PA, AB stuff? Because this is too much letter. This is so fucking boring. Anthony's posture eating cocoa at Pebbles is remarkable. I love that. Yeah, sorry, politics. I have very bad posture, okay? I admit it at least. I'll admit it. Made me fix my posture. Yeah, like me looking at it made me fix my posture too. Let's all fix our posture. Take a second, everyone, to mind your spine. Mind how you're sitting. We do not want to look like Quasimodo over here, okay? Let's raise this a little bit. So should we skip? Everyone is saying skip. Okay, we're skipping the letter, folks. We're skipping the letter. We're skipping to here. Let's see what's up. I hope I didn't miss any golden content in there, but like I can't do it. It's been over 2 hours already.
And as much as your friend, the human STD, flounders and flops like a fish, it's coming. It's coming. That's the thing. You can't stop it. You know? So
North Star Radio says, I fell off so hard I never get brought up on H3 anymore. Me too. He stopped mentioning us. He's busy with Noah, Samsen, and Bad Empanada, but that's okay. Comrade Casey, we can exist on the side. Just do our thing. You know what I mean? At least, hey, I mean... It's fun. It's funny doing this and not getting sued. Like when everyone else is getting sued, we can still do it and not get sued. I think that's pretty fun, isn't it? The cats want to come in, but they're going to make such a mess. I don't know if I let them in.
I hope your mom's a lawyer. Or your dad. Probably come from a broken home, though. Just kidding. I don't know. That's just a joke, right? I don't know.
Aya says, I love how quiet it is. It's very quiet.
Doesn't matter.
Awkward fucking vibes.
So that's all I have to say about that.
Is it?
Look at chat for a sec. I haven't looked at chat in a minute. Thank you, Zach. So that's what's coming, my friends. You know, I dare you. I double dog dare you to respond. And the evidence and the citing, it's just out of control.
The evidence.
Everybody's coming.
Here, let's do what Bad Empanada says happened. Let's go to ChatGPT. ChatGPT. And let's ask it to write a legal document. Let's see. Right? Get out of here.
Some more.
Stop being a baby.
I can see it from this angle.
The chalice of a carpenter.
Yeah, I see it. I feel like you did a pretty good job, actually.
And then the snake has a tongue because that's important in snake culture. There. So I just light it? Is that what I do?
No.
Are they doing something fun and goofy on this fucking depressing ass podcast? Okay, let's skip to the Mike from PA stuff. What is this? Sorry, we're nearing the end of the stream. I might have to go off live in like 40 minutes because it's 1:16 a.m. So at 2 a.m., folks, 2 a.m. I have to wake up at 8 tomorrow morning. I have to be up at 8. So I'll try to get my 6 hours of sleep in. I'll probably get 5 hours. Who's kidding? I ain't kidding anybody. Let's keep watching.
Muslim background. So anyway, here's Mike from PA. Shout out Yeet. This guy has his pulse on the fucking nation, dude.
Travis, I did see AB's tweet. We're going to talk about AB's tweet tomorrow on stream, so tune in for that.
Mike from PA thinks AB should quit the H3. He's got his pulse on the he's got his finger on the pulse of the nation. What did I say?
You got the pulse on the nation or
Yeah,
something?
the nation has a pulse, and he's feeling it. I gotta cut my hair. I look so stupid. I hate it.
You know what? I was biting my tongue, but when you said earlier, why doesn't anybody take me seriously? I was like, maybe the lack of eyebrows and the jet black dyed hair has something to do with it.
It might, and that would have been a perfectly fine. I'm genuinely wondering
Okay.
if that's it. Then maybe I should change that.
Well, are you taking care of this soon?
Lena, what's my haircut scheduled?
Tuesday.
That's a long time.
You should get a lineup.
You got a what?
You should get a lineup.
Don't encourage him,
folks.
We need to.
We're going to 1.5x speed. Daddy needs to get some sleep in a bit, so let's get through as much of this as we can.
We need to reset. I think you just need to go full reset.
The eyebrows are killer. Having no eyebrows, the thing is, like, I have enough eyebrows where people don't necessarily immediately what?
You should get a lineup.
Why in the eyebrows?
Cutting it all off. And it'll make
boom, 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 boom.
You're dead. You're going to hell.
What's my incentive if it's too late?
Yeah.
What,
nothing.
What are you trying to get across?
You're dead. You're going to hell. You're done. Really? He said, well, anyway, he quotes him, but I'll just watch it. And wouldn't you know, look who he's watching. All anti-Semitic roads lead back to George Janitis, the human STD. Surprise, surprise. Guess what, Georgie boy? I see you. I see what you're doing.
You said you paid for it last time we were talking about it. You said they paid for it. Such a
Bro, Ethan Klein literally making Bada Panada a fucking legend, a fucking martyr. Oh my god. The ultimate troll.
Ugh. Like, AB is mad at me, and he's mad at his son. And
AB's not. I'm sorry, put words in your mouth. AB doesn't fucking think about you, Mike from PA. Nobody does.
I have no idea, like, who this fucking guy is until he started talking recently. And when I first heard of him, for the record, I defended him. I was like, oh, I don't know who he is, but he's been defending me on Twitter. Seems like a nice guy. I had no idea who he was.
But it's not going to get him any clout.
Right.
Saying anything nice about any of us. You know what I mean? Like Noah said, the Ethan H3 hate industrial complex is booming.
Mudahar with another 10 pounds says controversial thought, racism bad. I tried to bring people towards socialism and left-wingism. Then a Nazi bit a bit of my ear off. I'm whiter than the most ginger person out there. Damn, Mudahar, I'm calling you Mudahar. I thought you were Arab. I thought it was an Arabic nickname. Where are you from, Mudahar?
Why does it have a caption?
Thank you for the support, by the way.
Just as AB, too long didn't read. AB chose to turn his back on the pro-Palestinian community rather than risk his...
Oh, is she from Scotland? Are you from Scotland? That's fucking crazy.
Okay, so...
Because he's really mad at himself. And, like, I get it. I wouldn't want to give up my easy fucking job where I didn't have to do shit, was responsible for nothing.
Literally your job? Literally what you do every day? You fucking goofball?
Like, I get it. Like, me, I have my own show. This is something that AB doesn't understand. Like, I will live or die based on how I perform and whether...
Which is why you come every day in front of the camera and lie and just follow the fucking Hassan snail trail. Hassan leaves a path of goo that you slither behind. That's what butters the bread.
Whether you guys support me or not, I'm completely responsible for myself. I have no safety net. I don't have a boss. I don't have a bunch of other people to take care of me. I'm 100%. I will rise.
Why is he even going on this tangent? Because he realized what he said is dumb?
Yeah, it makes no fucking sense.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I wish I had a cushy job where I didn't have to do anything and got paid. And he's like, okay, wait, hold on. I need to hedge that a little bit because I'm obviously look dumb as fuck.
Rise or fall based on whether you guys support my channel or not. You could say I am a radical individualist, small business owner, successful under capitalism.
You have a Twitch channel. I mean, if that's the standard, I have a show too. So.
Yeah, I mean, he's a small Twitcher.
I think you just need an email. Just sign up.
Yeah, I think you're good to go, man.
Juliette says my girlfriend name is Myri. Is it the same Myri who supports us, who recommended Irish bands for me? If it is, Myri C, we love you, Myri. And hey, good luck, Juliette. Hopefully, you guys are happy together.
I think you might have more clout than Mike from PA, frankly. How many Instagram followers does Mike from PA have on Instagram? You know what I mean? Like, y'all are probably slam dunking him in the Clout All-Stars game.
I don't even know, but the whole point of this is I don't fucking I've never said anything bad about him. I've never said anything about Hassan. For him to say he's mad at Hassan, he's mad at me, he's mad at himself. What the fuck are you talking about? But this is even the part that got me. It's
yeah. He knows you. He knows you all too well.
Okay. AB he's a flunky, which is basically somebody who's hired to make somebody else feel important. He is the guy hired to listen to two virulent Zionists justify the genocide of Palestinians. And
just to be clear on the timeline, you've been working for us a long time before October 7th. I did not hire you to back back a genocide. It doesn't chronologically meet up. It's temporally impossible.
Sit there and take it. He has to sit there and help.
This
Now, I have a question for you, Chad. If Mossad was looking at the fight between Ethan Klein and Hassanabi, who do you think Mossad would side with?
I wonder, you fucking idiot. Who would he side with? What the fuck is even this point? It drives me insane.
I don't know. Mossad would side with the pro.
AB being passionate. AB showing for the first time passion, but he's showing it to the wrong person. Damn, we could have reacted to this tomorrow. We might have to look at this again tomorrow. But AB, where's that energy for when Ethan and Ela say that Yoav Galan is a good guy? What's Mike from PA saying that is actually dangerous to what's happening? Madmad, oh, I'm the one who... Oh, you're Myri. Hey, Myri, how's it going? Oh, I love you so much. I didn't recognize you from... with the nickname. Awesome.
With the guy who's doesn't want to like kill and destate Israelis.
Well, let's take it even at a simpler level. Would the Israeli guy side with the Israeli or the Jewish or the Muslim guy? Like, what is this?
How about an even simpler level? What the fuck are we talking?
What are you doing?
What is
bro?
siding? What does the Israeli intelligence organization have to do with this conversation?
Bro, Mossad, Ethan, Mossad. That's why Ethan doesn't think that Israelis should be destated.
See, like the whole thing is so stupid. Like I can't even like attack it from just like a logical standpoint. Like you have to just through his framework. What the fuck are you talking about? Even if I'm accepting whatever he's saying, like it makes no.
The premise. What are we?
Oh, this is the whole
doing?
Ethan uses go to Gaza as a death threat. That was a crazy one. These people are mad, dude. Michael, go ahead, Michael. Who's Mossad would side with you? Terrorist, Nazi.
How does going after...
Sorry, you know who would side with you, Mike? Nazis, white supremacists, anti-Semites, KKK. Checkmate.
Yeah, no, Ethan. Oh my god, look at this. So fucking crazy looking. You fucking psycho. Nazis actually like watch your fucking show, bro. You got Destiny fans watching your fucking shit. Ethan, fuck you, bro. I'm so tired, folks. It's almost 2 a.m. It's 1:20.
Just I don't understand why going after an employee on a podcast who is a minority is helping your content because you have a problem with his boss. Like, how dare you? How dare you speak to my friend that way?
Oh, thanks.
Seriously.
Thanks,
like,
really. Well, also, just like where the... Sorry.
Just because he's an Arab and you got someone talking shit about Arabs and Muslims and Palestine and Lebanon and Hezbollah and the resistance, and he sits there and he doesn't correct them. Of course, people are going to get upset and they're going to get offended. Now, okay, Mike is a white person. Maybe he's not allowed to get upset at something like that. That's up to you to decide. I'm Lebanese. This is my countryman right here, okay? And I'm disappointed with how he's representing my country. And I used to be a big fan of the show.
No. I just can't believe it.
Like he's talking about how he has a backbone, basically. He's willing to take a stand on like hating on the most hated person on the internet right now. Oh, big fucking whoop. Go after this episode, go to the snark and see how everyone calls me spineless for not defending Hassan. Then go on our subreddit and then see other posts how people say I'm a pussy because I am still defending Hassan. And that's all it is. Every fucking different community, Destiny's community will come say that I'm still in love with Hassan. That's having a fucking balls because I'm standing on my fucking ground and what I believe in.
True.
I'm not gonna fucking get fired. I'm not gonna be sent back to Michigan. I'm not gonna make my wife starve for fucking idiots like you. Assuming your framework that Ethan is this evil boss and everything that you're saying. It's I don't know why this coming like I'm getting it every day, but for whatever reason, this goofy ass
he's
fucking
some
white
dumb
dude
fucking
put me
white
over the
bitch
fucking
who's
edge.
he's telling you that he speaks.
Ethan Klein, a goofy, dumb white bitch, calling Mike from PA a goofy, dumb white bitch. AB's getting pretty animated right now. I haven't seen AB this angry. I wish I saw this when I was a little bit less tired and less sleepy, but he's getting very upset at being called a collaborator with Ethan.
Easy slam dunk. It's an easy slam dunk. Any of us, like right now on Twitter, they want to use us to fucking comment on any of our shit because they know we're gonna get ratioed, and they're just milking it because you're not on Twitter. You
see, he's probably also hinting at me right now. He might not mention me by name, but he's probably talking about my tweets at him. But again, I'm doing it in good faith, AB.
Do not give a fuck. Like, enjoy, but please do not act like you give a fuck about Palestine. Like I said, criticize me, but coming from a fucking white dude saying I'm fucking betraying my people.
Yeah.
It's rich. I'm jumping the gun a little bit. Spoiler. Sorry, Chad.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
But this is so you right now. Is this it?
Huh?
Oh
What's
shit!
happening?
No, this isn't it. God damn it! Hold on, I had something.
Okay, hold on. He's cooking.
You're gonna love this, AB.
I like all the text Mike.
AB going after Mike from PA, someone who has actually defended Palestine and who has been talking about the genocide nonstop, versus Ethan. But again, look, I'm going to try to be as nice and as charitable to AB, and I don't want to piss you guys off, but I am trying to get AB on the show. I sent the DM. He has not responded. He might not even respond. So there's nothing to talk about there, but God damn, bro.
XP has on his screen. I might start doing that.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I was unclear. Like, was that from his stream or was this Twitter account posted
I don't know.
at it? Like, there's so much going on.
This is the thing with Twitch streamers too. It's like the whole fucking.
Dizzle McFizzle says again, I'll say it again. This is the ID lashing out because he's ashamed of himself for being spineless. He does feel bad, okay? And it must suck for AB to see all of these comments and all of these tweets from other Arabs and fallen fans being like, you're not doing enough, you're being kind of a pussy. I'm sure it fucking sucks for him, but he's not standing up for Palestine in front of Ethan. So it's warranted on some degree.
Screen is so goddamn.
But I don't know what is added and what's like. Did the Twitter account? Like, why is there a TLDR?
I think the Twitter account did.
Maybe chose to turn his back rather than risk.
No,
his
I don't
job.
think so. I think it is Mike from PA doing it.
He added the DLR.
No, I don't
Does he
think
really?
so.
He's like,
No,
he's like, I know a lot of you don't want to watch me.
No, I think
I
the
mean,
more
Twitter
than a
guy,
minute.
the Twitter account got it from a Reddit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so we're like several
Yeah.
reposts deep or something.
That's
That
the
would make sense.
repost.
That would make sense.
Okay, hold on.
All right, what are you?
It's so important.
Getting towards
It's so
Ethan?
important.
I'm telling you, I
Pull it
think
together.
it's that account because I've seen them do it before where they add. Oh, you're looking. I'm sorry, I thought you were asking about the text. Never mind.
I can't find it.
And while you're doing that, let me just say one last thing. It's not gonna be the last thing, but for right now, no matter whoever's watching this, wherever it goes, no matter whose side you're on, Ethan's or Hassan's, I'll tell you one thing: both sides said to leave us the fuck out of it. Both sides, just so you know. But people like Mike from PA, he knows.
AB, we're trying to keep you out of it, and we're happy to leave you out of it if you're not actively participating in the doxing and in the misinformation. And when you tell Ethan that my friends from Michigan actually think you're pretty all right, and they don't think you're pro IDF, it's like, again, you're not helping our case. When you help Ethan dox the guy by being like, this wiener truck is in Michigan, I know exactly where that is, you're not helping. When you send Ethan videos of people critiquing him on Instagram or on Twitter or TikToks for him to blast on social media and calling them snark bitches, you are actively participating. And in that point, it is fair game to criticize you, my guy. No one wants to criticize you, bro. You think I want to go after the only fucking Lebanese guy on the H3 podcast, the only voice who could be a voice of reason on that show? You think I want to go after you, bro? I wanted to fucking hang out with you, bro. Okay, if you ever visited Lebanon, I wanted to like fucking take you around and have fun. Go have dinner, my guy. What the fuck do you think? We're out there fucking hating on you? I was a massive fucking fan, bro. Look at all of this, all these colors. H3 inspired, baby.
Let's continue.
Pretty much you're on the side of Mossad, AB. You're on the side of the
You're
IDF.
on. This is the dumbest logic. You're on the side of the Nazis then, because Nazis would say I disagree with Ethan because he's Jewish and I hate Israel. That would put you. What a dumb, infantile, baby brain.
Bro, you can't. He says that dumbass line, then he's saying what a dumb, infantile baby brain. Well, you hate Israel, so you agree with the Nazis. Look, IDF Israel Nazis, ya khara, ya hamar, shubek, ya aide, bro. Aide bhabalak.
Argument. Like, these people they're crawling around mentally, fucking children. What do you mean,
There's so many
bro?
ways to respond to it, but for the
Hitler's
record,
on
for
his
the record,
side.
I'm on his side. I'm on his side, by the way.
With Hitler.
If he's talking about the conflict, if he's talking about the conflict, then I've only said stuff that's pro-Palestine. So when he's saying whose side, just for the record, not the Nazi part. That was your little.
That was
addition.
my.
Yeah.
I'm just attacking his logic. Yeah. So at what point? Okay, hold on. I'm
Just
getting close.
explain what you're going for here.
Let me help you, bro.
I don't care what your personal opinions are. I'm talking about the work you do day in, day out for a living. You are, and this is no exaggeration, literally selling out your own people.
How can you even unironically utter these words as a pathetic white bread loser whose fucking only claim to fame is lying on a ballot?
Again, I'm an Arab man, and I said it to AB, and he watched me, and he's upset at me, and he put out a clip, and he talked about me on Twitch. AB, you are kind of selling out your own people when you sit there and you do not debunk and you do not argue Ethan and Ela when they make pro-IDF, pro-Israel takes, when they spread misinformation, when they spread pro-IDF propaganda, when they spread Hasbara on their show. If you do not debunk or refute what they're saying, you are actively participating in it. Dizzle McFizzle with $5. I feel bad for AB. He's stuck and scared. I wish Ethan hadn't had an 18-month crash out because he can't admit his country is doing a genocide. Another 5. He sent the same thing twice. Dizzle McFizzle, stop sending stuff. You're overspending all of your government money, my guy. All right? Seriously, thank you so much for the support. We love you, but you can stop. Please. I don't want you guys to overspend, please.
for running for mayor and losing in disgrace, being removed, riding the coattails of your mom. You are literally nobody.
You're going with this. Why is Tupac on the screen?
What's happening,
What is
bro?
happening?
Hold on. I think I asked ChatGPT. I think I got it. This is so you, AB. Hold on.
This is so you, AB.
So
Just like Tupac.
I get it.
What's the line? Can you-
I need that.
Ethan trying to make a
job.
joke.
That. Me personally,
Okay.
I couldn't do it. I would rather move in with a family member and get a minimum wage job.
By the way, the socialist champion of the people, using people working minimum wage jobs as like a punching bag. I would rather be a fucking pathetic wage slave nobody
than a Rolex to fight for Mossad.
Maybe he's not doing that,
Who
Mike.
said?
Dizzle McFizzle says never and sends another 10. I'm not going to fight you, Dizzle. I love you, man. Thank you so much. Seriously, Dizzle, Haley, all of you guys, Jordan, everybody, Mud, all of you guys are fucking amazing. KMA with another 5. Being white doesn't make someone wrong. Such a lip take. Absolutely, of course. KMA, I'm guessing you're white too, so God bless your whiteness. Honestly, thank you all. Thank you, Mo, again, for the donations. You guys have been great. We've been going on for like 2.5 hours. You guys have made this so fun. There's almost 600 of you still in here.
Just to stick up for my boy a little bit. Here, AB yesterday. This is how he spent his day doing his job. He wrote about how JoJo Siwa might be scamming her fans by selling VIP tickets to be her roadie. Also did a little bit of investigation into the King of Kong guy. You know, the guy who plays Donkey Kong professionally.
Is
and
he Jewish,
His
Billy
legal
Mitchell?
battle. No, I don't believe so. Billy Mitchell? I don't think so.
There must be a Jew involved in this story.
King Kong!
What else do we have in here? Putting together some links of memes from our subreddit about our old security guard versus our...
C. Moran says, thank you for reacting. I unsubscribed to H3 a couple of weeks ago and can't bear to give them any more views. Keep up the good work. Proud to support another POC creator. Well, thank you, C. Moran. Very kind of you. KMA with another $2. Puerto Rican Irish. Well, goddamn, coming in from Puerto Rico. Mixed, so you're half white. I knew there was some white in there. I Am Hazel has now just become a member. Thank you for joining the Do Not Warriors. God bless you, Hazel. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate you. It's almost 2 a.m., folks. 30 minutes, and it's going to be 2 a.m. here in Lebanon. But I would not want to be spending my night any other way. Well, I can think of one other way, but I miss my girlfriend is what I'm saying. Demi, I love you, baby.
New security guard.
Very good, bud.
This is AB's day. So
You're gonna get killed for saying all that. Thank you, Dan, but they're gonna get you now.
You are not interfacing with Mossad.
I mean, it's just reality. This like I think he's maybe over attributing a few things to poor AB here when he's really just kind of he's just doing his.
When Mike from PA says Mossad, he's being facetious. Okay, he's joking. He's exaggerating, but like he's basically saying you support Zionist propaganda, bro. Okay.
Job finding goofs on the internet. That's what he does for a living.
Yep, pretty much.
I would literally rather like lose everything than be a little pissant defender of the genocide. And I'm just a white guy
I'd love if you could just point to one single solitary example of that.
from Pennsylvania.
Here's one example. You're saying that Hamas hides military bases under hospitals, which in turn you are justifying bombing hospitals. Bombing hospitals is part of fucking committing a genocide on an innocent population because they're murdering thousands of fucking kids, women, children, sick people. They are blocking food, water, electricity into Gaza. What the fuck do you think that is? That was from Yoav Galan, the really good guy, your best friend.
It's your name.
Okay, why does that matter?
You put it
I'm
right
just
up.
a dude from Pennsylvania. Yeah, who got fucking removed off the ballot for fraud, lying about being a lawyer. What an idiot. What a loser. The most unfuckable man alive. That's my title for him. He might be the most unfuckable man.
Says a man that looks like
has ever walked this earth.
We don't know that.
That's rich coming from you, Ethan. And your tattoos are only making you more unfuckable, bro. Disgusting tattoos and a disgusting face.
I'm going out on a limb.
We don't know that for a fact.
One of, if not the most unfuckable men on the internet. I'm telling you, man.
We talking about this guy? You calling this guy the most unfuckable man on the internet?
Let's see.
That just feels good. Yeah. It just feels good.
What did you just do? What did you just do?
We are not going to watch Mike from PA slander on this podcast, folks. We are not going to encourage that bullshit here.
I think he was in love with this girl. Yeah, this one. This is Mike from. Yeah.
That's fine. So if a guy pays my tab.
I think I'm getting your attention. I feel like I touched like a vampire touching holy water.
Can I help you?
cringe one. Well, they're both cringe.
Pennsylvanians, we disown you. You've betrayed us. It's like, bro, I've never even been to Pennsylvania.
I've been there. It was nice.
Well, it's even worse
I don't
than
think I'll
that.
ever go.
It's even worse than that analogy because there's a lot of stuff that comes with being Arab. You know what I mean? Like it's as stuff comes with being Jewish. His I don't know. That's why I think that's why it got to me. Like even just thinking about this conflict overall, and I don't like talking about it because all the suffering that's going on in Gaza. Like I have no right to complain. But it's just interesting to think that before I was even born, my dad immigrated.
Talk about it. We want you to talk about it. Don't feel like you can't talk about it because you're not suffering. Okay, I used to feel guilty about talking about, even when the war was happening in Lebanon, I felt like because they were bombing mainly Dahia in the south, that like I'm not even allowed to complain about the war because I'm technically unaffected, even though we are unaffected in so many other ways. You should be able to talk. Okay, don't let that guilt get to you. We need your voice, AB. Speak it out. When Ethan says something, fucking refute it. Forget the boss-employee relationship. He's not gonna fire you. You got to start defending my guy, okay? And again, I am being extra charitable because I'm currently in a Twitter spat with AB, and I want him to come on the show.
Because he lost his home to Israel in the war, him and his family. Then even basic knowledge, I feel like that I'm missing growing up that other kids had. I feel like that's because my dad never got it because he never had a father because he lost his father because of this conflict. I was in 3rd grade when 9/11 happened. Right after that, it's like you hear all the terrorist jokes. And again, I'm the most white-looking Arab there is, so I'm not complaining. A lot of people have it a lot worse. But you grow up hearing that, and it didn't bother me that much, but it's affected both my siblings for life. It's given them like lifetime problems. And now, as an adult, October 7 happens, and again, I'm used as a chess piece in this whole thing. And it's just crazy to think about. Like even like fuck, man, I'm like John Connor before I was even born. This shit was happening. But yeah, it's a lot.
You know,
I'm just
like John Connor, man. That's it.
Down. Yeah,
and you're not being used as a chess piece. If anyone is using you as a chess piece and as a token, and Ethan loves using the word token, and he calls any Jew that disagrees with him a token Jew, but he's kind of using you as a token Arab, and he is justifying, like he's using you as like your opinions as if they represent all Arabs, which they don't. But again, we still need you to speak up, AB.
Honestly,
I'm gonna save you all.
Before October 7th, you would like, oh, the reactionary conservatives are the ones who are willing to like push around these minorities, characterize them. I don't know. It's fucked up. Here, I'll keep going.
He was the head of the Arab Union at his school and had to fight Islamophobia. Now he helps produce it. Wild how the world turns.
Dude, that's insane.
Arab Student Union, bitch. Biggest on-campus organization. And the biggest and the most populated density of Muslims and Arabs outside the Middle East in America. Just so you know.
I think it's really telling just that like right now there's a war raging that's like worse than it's ever been in Gaza, with Israel going in there militarily, continuing their bombing camp.
Yeah, Myri says Hassan said his dad works for CARE. He should be informed. He should be. AB's dad, I think, yeah, is like a lawyer. He represents one of the biggest like anti-Arab defamation associations in like Michigan or something. I remember AB talking about it. Like his dad is a big deal when it comes to Arab human rights, legal rights in the U.S. So he should know about what the fuck happened. You know what happens in Palestine on a daily basis.
Pain with like riot or protests happening in Gaza, and they're taking time to talk about AB. Like how fucking insignificant is that to actually what's happening? This is their activism. It's crazy.
It doesn't take that long, Ethan. Go check out my Twitter. I'm retweeting and I'm talking about what's happening in Palestine, the horrors, the journalists being killed, the kids, the women, the dad. I watched a video of a dad holding his son's beheaded head. How about that? How's that for a good time on a Saturday morning? A video of a dad holding his... And that's just a video on Twitter. Imagine being there. And then I can tweet about the H3 podcast in between my tweets of atrocities. It doesn't mean I don't fucking support Gaza or Palestine.
White man going after a struggling Muslim man is really, it boggles. It's rich. Like what the fuck do you stand for? I'm very confused.
Nothing. He just wants attention and clout and money, and this is how he does it.
What the fuck do any of you stand for on the shitty fucking podcast? Huh? Defending Ethan, the Zionist fucking little sad boy feelings? What do you stand for, Olivia? Supporting this goddamn bullshit every day. Doesn't matter you went and watched No Other Land. Oh, I watched the documentary No Other Land, but now I'm gonna come and support Ethan and Ela Klein on this fucking podcast. Nothing you do anymore outside of this podcast matters. By working for this man and working for Ela, you are showing your true fucking colors, okay? And that you guys are kind of cowards. And I say that with all the love.
Get a what about his boss? Like what? I really,
yeah,
it truly doesn't.
It just fucking, it makes me want to just.
Uh-oh.
No! AB.
Did you just? What did you just do?
Did that chair just
Did
move?
that chair just move?
Did you just punch a chair, AB?
It moved a little bit.
Dude, AB doing
he's
that
pissed.
pisses me off so much. That's
He's pissed. Oh no, no! It's an epidemic.
More Mike from PA slander,
Fuck
folks.
Share at home. In the anime.
We do not accept this.
We're not.
I had to do something.
Yeah.
The fact that AB is
If you're willing to sell it, capitalism buy it. Even socialism, you can sell, and people will buy it.
participating in the stalking of Hassan. And I don't understand, and me as well, right? And the character assassination of me, the character assassination of Denims, the character assassination of Frogan, the character assassination of a bunch of other innocent people.
He's referring to the Arab to Jew tier list, which they now hold is a complete, it's an Islamophobic overreach, which is awesome, that they were banned for
I can't, they're still talking about this fucking tier list.
month for, by the way, from Twitch. That's, yeah.
And here's the thing that really disgusts me, and this is the thing, this is why I don't like him, and I'm gonna be honest with him. If AB had just reached out and said, I can't do this anymore, but I need your help to make my own show, do you know how much love he would have gotten? You know how many people would have rushed to support him?
brother.
Do you know how many people would have boosted him up? And
Mike, you are nobody. He's acting like he's a kingmaker.
What the
Come
hell?
kiss the ring, AB, and I'll set you up for life. Dude, you are literally a nobody.
I mean, like, this is probably the one funny thing that Mike said, like, reach out to me and I'll help you make a show. But I don't even think he meant it that way. I think he meant, like, reach out to us, the fans, and we'll help you, we'll support you. It does sound kind of weird if he's like, reach out to me and I'll help you. Okay, that's a little goofy. But that's not worth fucking shitting on the guy for 6 hours now.
What do you mean? That's just, who's watching this? And not being like, this dude has lost his marbles.
build him a show that probably would make him even more money than he's making now. But instead of doing that, he stuck his dagger at all of our backs.
I didn't even know. He's like, I don't even know who you
All
are.
of our backs.
You're not Arab, by the way. I don't know if you know that.
You also weren't part of the conversation. Like,
maybe, Mike, I guess, AB, we could say stuck a dagger in my back. Perhaps not your back, but as an Arab, I was definitely backstabbed by AB, I would say. Many times. I'm kidding. I don't really care, bro. AB does not factor into my fucking life.
Nobody talked about Mike from PA, like, at all. He was never part of this.
Not that I remember.
You guys don't shut up about him, bro.
Just how, I said that he looks like the before picture
You
of
guys don't shut the fuck up about Mike from PA. You've talked about him on like fucking 10 different episodes. What are you talking about, Dan? What the fuck is the selective amnesia?
Transformation.
Well, I mean, obviously we've talked about him several times on the show. That's not what I meant. I just meant like he was not on your radar at all until he inserted himself into all of this.
Are you sure it wasn't when we stabbed him in the back?
I mean,
someone
maybe.
I've never met.
I don't remember. I don't remember when that happened.
You know, these two guys, George Janitis, the human STD, and Mike from PA, the couch fucker. The two of them together.
No, that's JD Vance. He doesn't.
You're
fuck
right.
couches. He beats
the couch
couches.
puncher.
Yeah, yeah.
If I saw them at like a booth at Subway, I would like sit far away from them. You could probably smell it.
What about at Denny's?
They would be at a Denny's for sure.
Well, you'd see him, right?
Yeah, but I would sit on the other side, and they wouldn't even be able to smell my.
They wouldn't even be able to smell your farts. Oh, you admitted.
Hypothetically.
He stuck a dagger at our backs for the safe choice of remaining Ethan Klein's sidekick. Actually, he's not even the sidekick. He's like the sidekick of the sidekick.
He's nobody's sidekick.
Assistant to
Mike
the
is
assistant
literally
regional
Hassan's
manager.
errand boy. Like, give me a break, dude. Yeah, there's no sidekicks, okay? Obviously.
Ethan keeps playing all this embarrassing stuff about AB. Like when Bad Empanada made these stories and these tweets that AB was like their dog, Ethan just like sat there and like read those tweets and barely gave any clarification, barely defended AB, and like moved on to the next thing. Like, don't show content that could be potentially embarrassing to your employees, bro. Like, that's kind of fucked up. That's kind of fucking mean. Don't put them on blast.
Really makes me sad, dude.
It does.
Yeah, it seems
I
like
can tell you're all broken up about it.
And at this point, is it even
in his
viable?
heart.
I mean, if AB tomorrow quit on stream and then apologized to everybody, including me, then maybe I'd change my mind.
Why is he even want an apology from you? What is he talking about? He's so
Oh my god.
out of his mind.
But like, Israel has restarted their genocide. You have
That's-
the No Boys coming on the show to promote. You're promoting pro-Trump
AB
people.
is adamantly against it, very outspokenly too.
It's not at AB's behest.
AB is outspoken against the genocide, except when he's on this show for 4 hours a day, 5 times a week. He never mentions anything about how he's against the penitents. What more do you want from AB? I went and watched No Other Land, folks. I, Olivia, saw No Other Land. What more should I do to prove that I am pro-Palestine?
Believe me, or any of ours.
Mossad, though.
Please.
Mossad.
Like, just come back to reality a little bit.
And this is what they do. This is why we're suing. We're gearing up to sue Noah's because they can't say this shit. They're just saying they're just lying about terrible things, you know?
Gearing up,
right.
Are you going to sue Mike from PA too? Are you gearing up to sue Mike?
You're trying to help the targeting of Palestinian advocates all over the country. People are being kidnapped by ICE, who are lawful permanent residents, to be deported.
What does that have to do with
Right, no, that's terrible.
You should probably be talking about that. You should be talking about those things instead of this.
I did a full stream about it, by the way.
About ICE?
About specifically what he's talking about. Yeah, this situation too. No, about.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't see it, but I think you probably hedged your. I think you were too pro ICE. They call me Heat because I'm so anti-ICE. HEAT. Healthy Ethan Alliance time.
Ooh, coming with that heat.
That's right, baby. We're the anti-ICE.
Like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Not for nothing, but at times AD corrects a narrative when Ethan goes too hard for Israel, makes for some pushback in a large progressive audience. Does that count? No.
No.
No, it doesn't. Because when he's actually helping Ethan, don't you understand that? When he prevents Ethan from saying something wholly wrong, he's actually protecting Ethan. Because if Ethan was out there saying lies and shit that was easily debunkable.
That's great. He goes, actually, it's better if Ethan, like, assuming that I'm doing, like, pro-genocide propaganda, which I'm not.
It's better that nobody's pushing back against it, actually.
But guys, AB defends Palestine on his little Twitch stream when he's doing it alone to, like, look, I'm not trying to make fun of anyone's views, but, like, I'm just saying, this is your biggest platform, AB. If you're going to use any platform to speak out against the violence against your people, Lebanese people, Palestinians, people in Gaza, do it on the fucking H3 podcast. That's where it fucking counts, my guy. If I had your platform, if I had a chance to be on H3, that's all I would fucking talk about. Every second of every day. Every chance I would get. But you don't. Instead, you're defending Zionists, my man.
Again,
what is this logic?
It's like the scenario that I was saying earlier, where it's like if I say something against you, all three of those scenarios play out on all sides. Or they'll be like, oh, AB dunks on Ethan. I'm liking this AB on the snark or whatever. And it's just all pushing whatever, chess piece they need, whatever direction.
Yeah, it's fucked. I'm very sorry. It's really fucked, dude.
Yeah, you should fucking apologize. This is all your fucking fault, man. You put all your employees in this position. Now, AB has chosen to react and capitulate to what you're doing, but it's still your fault. And you put AB in that situation. And ultimately, it's just like Israel. It's Israel's fault what's happening in Gaza. This is Ethan is Israel in this situation. He's the root cause of all of this. Mudma says, in the 30s and 40s, I hated the Nazis, but I still did a radio show with them and never criticized them. Right? Is that fucking crazy?
Make the show even more discreditable. He's protecting H3 to protect himself. And he lets a lot of other shit go. So the fact that he occasionally corrects one or two things, it doesn't matter. It's what side are you on? Are you on the side of the Palestinian people? Are you on the side of the people that are fighting for Palestinian liberation? Or are you on the side of the pro-genocide Zionists?
Meanwhile, he's like, meanwhile, people are protesting Hamas, but it's actually Israeli propaganda. I don't know what he said on that, just to be clear. That's just a facetious...
I talked about that yesterday in my stream.
Impersonation, yeah. So anyway, that's enough for Mike from PA. Let's see what AB said.
He's plugging his stream.
About the cave dweller. The couch abuser. You want to read it or you want me to read it? You want to read it?
Oh, I can. Okay, yeah. Can you? I can't see it. Oh.
Yeah.
I said I cannot believe the amount of stupidity and delusion in this 4-minute clip. Allow me to address some of the claims made by this person. One claim was that I am mad at Hassan Denims and that I am mad at Mike himself. Please provide me with a single clip where I've said anything bad about Hassan or Denims.
That's the kryptonite.
Or provide me with
a single clip.
Or provide me with a clip where I spoke negatively about Mike. It doesn't exist because I hardly know who the fuck Mike is. He defended me a few times on Twitter in the past, and I was appreciative that he spoke up for Palestine. Now, in retrospect, I see that he cares more about drama farming than actual helping the Palestinian people.
True.
He then claims that I'm on the side of the IDF. I've said a million times that I believe the IDF is a terrorist organization. This person then has the nerve to tell me I'm selling out my own people. Who the fuck are you to say I'm selling out my own people?
Yep.
Is this Mike from the Middle East?
Nope.
I find it hilarious that Hassan and Denims have both said to leave the crew alone because they're in a tough situation, but Mike somehow has the authority to speak for my people. To demonstrate his disillusion even further, he says I should have reached out to him and making my own show. Again, I ask, who the fuck are you?
Oh man, he is the most despicable.
And he responded and he went live. I'm surprised he didn't already have the ratio, but he went live and to talk about this because again, this is all easy slam dunks. Anytime anyone on the crew posts anything, to just use it as a vessel to
tension,
talk shit. Yeah.
So what you're saying? So is there a ratio thing happening?
Yeah. If you roll down.
Okay. So Mike thinks he's hot shit. You participating in slandering all of us. Shut up, you goofy fucking. Bro, you literally got removed from the mayor ballot for lying about your occupation.
He wasn't mayor.
Are we going to show my ratio, Ethan Klein? Come on. Give your boy some credit. It's been a minute, man.
What was it?
He was like running for like a rep seat or something. I don't remember.
Some public
It wasn't mayor.
Some public office. Yeah, he got removed from the ballot for lying about his occupation. I believe he failed out of law school. Or never passed the bar, I think it is.
Just... If you don't remember, you probably should say.
I mean, I do know something like that because I've looked into it. He said, you've participated in slandering all of us while your boss is actively working to get us deplatformed, targeted by the Trump admin. What? And you have openly acknowledged openly acknowledging posting free Palestine so you could block Palestinian advocates here on Twitter. Oh my God. Here you boost a stalker account. A stalker account? Are you really that fucking baby-brained? Okay, well, Mike thinks he's hot shit because he ratioed AB, so we need to get out. We need to out-ratio him, guys.
Oh.
Yes, it's important. What do you mean?
Dan, are you with me or against me?
It's a show
honestly,
of
at the end
force,
of the day,
bro.
that's what this is all about. I'm being frank.
It's all about getting ratioed on Twitter or not? Oh my God.
Dude, we got to play their game.
How else do you know if you win, Dan?
You don't have to play your game. Nobody should be on Twitter. Nobody should be on Twitter at this point. It's fucking insane. Like, it blows my mind that we're still at this point where this is where all of this discourse occurs.
Well, bro, I'm sorry. I tried Instagram fucking threads. It's bullshit. Okay, if you want to get up-to-date news, second by second, especially in a country where you get blown up and where you get a lot of those updates on fucking Twitter, by the way. Israel sends, where they're going to bomb on Twitter. You think Instagram threads fucking has that? You think they're doing that on stories? Fucking Dan, okay? And again, Ethan left Twitter not because it's run by Elon Musk. It's because he was getting fucking ratioed over there. And no one fucking likes him.
I disagree. Yeah, I disagree. But that's fine. I mean, listen, that's the thing too. Like, I'm gonna post through. I have my fucking notifications off. Every single one of my comments could be bullshit, drama farming. But let it be proof to everyone that you do not give a fuck. Let it be proof.
Of course not. Yeah, of course he doesn't. So let's drop the link in chat though, because we need to show a force.
I love Tesla.
We're pulling out the big guns. Y'all thought me getting ready to sue Noah was full throttle. It's time to upvote AB on Twitter. That's right.
Yep.
Let's spam that link in chat, gentlemen and gentle ladies.
And again, like I was, I've been getting this nonstop, but for whatever reason, just coming from a white dude. I think 'cause I saw the video and it wasn't just text. I think the video is what set me off. And now, actually, yesterday I found out that fucking Millhouse puts out a.
There we go. There we go, folks. Live reaction. Millhouse is brought up. Your boy. Gonna talk about this again tomorrow. It's almost 2 a.m. now. At least it came up before we went to bed. Here we go. Stop calling me Millhouse, bro.
Video where he looks in the camera and he goes, well, I'm Lebanese. I'm telling you, you're a disappointment to our people.
He's defending Mike.
Yeah, he's defending Mike, which the irony of I'm going against my people. Again, he can criticize me all he wants, but to do it in this thread where I'm calling out a white guy for speaking about my people,
he's okay with that.
He sides with the white person.
He's not even like I agree with Mike, but it's like I'm okay with the concept of a white dude speaking on behalf of the Arab population.
That's the irony.
What? That's not what I said. I said if he's white and you're not listening to him, then I'm gonna say that you are a disappointment. Oh, that's what I said. What is wrong with you guys? I said if you're not gonna listen to Mike because he's white, then listen to your Arab boy, your Lebanese brother, because he's Lebanese. Okay. This is what you call out AB. Instead of calling out Ethan's bullshit, you're calling out fucking Millhouse. This is fucking infuriating.
Fucking kills me.
Yeah, good, man. Let's get more of that. Hassan he's called me a bad person with a dying career. He's joined the chorus of people saying I have a dying career. People have been saying that for 10 years.
Ethan's hairline is receding. It is. With the black dye, you can kind of tell. So if this is the only shout out I'm going to get in this episode, I think we can stop watching. Let's give it a couple more minutes. And then AB, I'm going to address this tomorrow in detail, my friend.
But I'm still standing. Ooh. Elton John, Dan.
I thought that was Mark Twain.
He didn't make music, okay?
Look, man. 17.
We're still in the game, baby. All right, folks. This has been a long stream. It's almost 2 a.m. I got to eat a snack. I got to make a sandwich. I'm going to make a turkey cheese with the Dijon mustard sandwich. A little bit of hot sauce.
Of ethnic cleansing. If you're still justifying bombing hospitals with fucking fake bullshit that Israel never provided evidence for, you're a monster.
I'll try to watch the rest of this like tomorrow, see if there's anything interesting to talk about for the episode. We're going to try our best to have an episode tomorrow, okay? No promises, but I have to address the AB stuff. Again, he just mentioned us again. Oh my God, look at all the drama, folks. Look at the drama. Folks, to the 620 of you still in the chat, still watching, thank you so much. WB72AB's half-half. Love Dijon. Gato, I love Dijon. There are certain things. I cannot eat steak without Dijon mustard. Turkey. If I rarely eat ham, but if I ever do eat ham, Dijon mustard is necessary. Joey Goodgirl says, love you, Anthony. Love you too. Love all of you. Thank you guys for supporting us. North Star Radio is still here. Do not worry. He's my favorite podcast in the Eastern Hemisphere. We love you, North Star Radio. Thank you for watching for so fucking long. At least we got a shout out this week, Comrade Casey. I hope you got a shout out on this episode too. God bless the people of Minnesota. Thank you for the delicious cereal. Let me take a second to thank some of our amazing patrons. And by the way, Haley D, for all the memberships you offered today, Dizzle McFizzle, Jordan M, thank you all so much. I hope I didn't miss any single super chat. I tried my best to get all of them. Let me go ahead and just read off a couple of awesome patrons. Again, our God-tier patrons. Rifat Fakih, Eliel Mujabir, Jack Sleeman, Dominic Selzer, Daniel Nechle, Emma Watson. Joey Goodgirl just sent $2.99. Thank you so much. At the end of the stream, God bless you. Very sweet. Superhero patrons like Dr. Dodd, Johns Hopkins spine surgeon, Brian Hernandez, blonde patrons like Heather Jabber, always worried. Haley D with another 5 memberships at the tail end of the show. God bless you, Haley. Stop it. You're way too generous. You're way too kind. By the way, Demi, my girlfriend, loved all of you. You've all been so sweet to her on Instagram, in the chat, in the comments. She loves you guys. Thank you for making me look so cool in front of my girlfriend. I very much appreciate it. And some YouTube members. Let me just say thank you to some of you guys who have been joining and who have been gifted memberships like Tangerine Hercine, Nola Magnolia, Mariah J13, Moza, and Sassy Sasarai. Thank you guys so much. We're going to be live tomorrow night, hopefully, addressing the AB controversy, the AB drama, folks, calling out his Arab Lebanese brother, Milhouse. Thanks again for tuning in. Thanks again for all the support. We love you guys. We will see you tomorrow night from the heart of Lebanon. As always, folks. To know.